Previously on Twin Portals. The Silver Waves of Justice traveled to the Shadowfell with the help of the Raven Queen, chasing the clone of the evil wizard Manchun. Among Manchun's many crimes, he stole the name of Rowan Crooks, as well as the free will of their former allies, the Jolly Gents. In the depths of the realm of shadow, they discovered a massive sphere of darkness blotting out the sky, the lair of the Jolly Gents floating within. Our heroes set about assembling various tools to stage an assault on the floating fortress, including an empty soul stone and a flying trash carpet. Confident that this would be everything they need to battle a centuries-old wizard on his home turf, presumably surrounded by his minions and at the height of his power, Scoot, Ilka, Lark, and Zay took off into the skies of the Shadowfell on a mission for justice. Friends, thank you for joining us in this ensuing chaos as together we write the next chapter of Twin Portals.
So, you all are hurtling through the darkness right now on your way towards basically the literal heart of darkness, the center of this floating sphere of shadow that you believe the hidden base of your enemy, Rowan Crooks, lies within.
Not Rowan Crooks. It's the
Fuck.
fake
Man,
Rowan Crooks.
He goes by Rowan Crooks.
All right.
You don't respect that, though.
No.
Oh, that's a sensitive subject, isn't it?
That's right.
Very firm no.
That's right.
You know that all of his minions are under his own control. He's been manipulating them so they don't remember who they were or what they stood for. You know that there's a floating castle somewhere in there, and that's about it. You're just going boldly forward. So you're all riding your trash carpet, your garbage rug. Ilka's the one steering it with your magic spell jamming guitar.
Yeah.
So what does that look like as you're all hurtling through this void? You can't see anything around you. There's just darkness and wind whipping past you.
It's majestic. So I've got like this new spider silk shawl that's billowing out behind me as I'm playing the guitar. There might be flames. In Ilka's mind, there are flames.
Well, you have illusion magic too.
Coming out.
So I mean, yeah.
There are flames absolutely everywhere all around me. I'm glorious.
What about the rest of you?
I was holding the rock needed to be part of this, right? The rock.
It's like an amp that has a little
Yeah.
plug attached to it that connects to the guitar, and that's what steers this rug that they're flying on.
With the dials all the way to 11. Yes. So
You drew them on just last episode, yeah.
they look good too. I'm just trying to keep that in place because that is apparently like part of this airplane that we're in.
Yep.
If we lose that, then we're going to sink.
So you're like laying on it? How are you holding it in place?
I'm thinking myself maybe cross-legged in the center, just cradling it a little. This is the
Nice.
most supportive I've been about a thing in quite some time. So,
Hatching it like an egg.
You are the rock, Scoot.
oh,
Nice.
My charisma's
Yeah.
too low.
What about Lark and Zay?
I'm just trying to keep balance, looking out into the darkness, trying to figure out which direction we should potentially be heading in, if
Mhm.
there's any sort of hints as to what we're going to be dealing with as we move forward.
That's a wise decision, Zay.
I have been feeling
Coincidental.
wiser since that sleep.
Since we leveled up?
Mhm.
Lark is holding on to Scoot's back with one hand and his hat with the other, and he has the biggest grin. This is the best time he's had in a long time.
Like Sebastian and Falcor?
Yeah,
or
pretty
what?
much.
Yeah.
If I had a free hand, I would be like holding it up like
Yeah.
no one at home can see
Yeah,
that.
I was
but-
picturing Rose and Jack.
Yeah, I did too. I was thinking this is our Titanic moment.
So you really can't see what's going on around you, but there's this like howling noise in the air. And again, there's darkness ahead of you. You do feel this kind of tension, especially you, Zay, keeping a lookout. You feel like you're being pulled towards the center of this sphere of darkness. You continue rocking out for about a minute, Ilka, until all of a sudden, poof, 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 you come out into sort of the eye of the hurricane, this big open space. It's dark. There's no light source aside from this big floating island at the center of the sphere of darkness. Upon the island is a ruined keep, a ruined castle. So you see an outer wall, a giant like central keep in the middle of it, various outbuildings within the walls, as well as 3 huge obelisks. Made of the same material as the soul stone that you found. There's 3 obelisks chained to the island and hovering in midair, kind of equidistant from each other in a triangle shape around this island. So these obelisks are a couple stories tall, and you can tell that there's these currents of energy swirling around the inside of the sun that's kind of coalescing and swirling into these 3 obelisks. You get the sense that it's like the souls of the Shadowfell hurtling inwards and getting absorbed by these giant towers.
Oh no.
So you just kind of pop out of the darkness. You're kind of floating on the edge of it above all of this. You can see little pinpricks of light. There's definitely people down there in this keep. You see a couple green torches, and there's definitely sentries on the wall and on top of the keep, but not like a huge presence. You're pretty far away, and you get the sense that you're probably safe right now. But what do you all do as you take this in?
The obelisks that are around it connected via chains, you're saying, are they tethered to the island? Is the island suspended from the obelisks?
It's not really clear. Like the chains are huge. They're at least 4 or 5 feet in width. And there's definitely like energy coursing through the chains into the island, but they kind of seem to be hovering at the same height as the island itself. So it's not like hanging from the chains.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's something magic going on there for sure.
So there's 3 like battery banks for souls, are we thinking?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So it's either storing energy or the island's drawing the energy? It's going one way or the other?
It's definitely shooting energy into the island. And
Into the
they're all
island.
anchored on the edge of the island. And
Okay.
then the chains kind of disappear into the ground.
Okay.
So we know from rumor that a part of the keep has fallen off. Might that provide us with a way in if we were sneaky?
Yeah. Is there a hole in the wall that we
Yeah, the
noticed?
wall is not in good condition. There are a couple holes in the wall, yeah, but there are also like watchers on the wall kind of all around the keep. So it'd be pretty tricky to just like fly right in. Unless you have some
can
solution.
we investigate where the library would have crumbled off?
Sure, yeah, it's on the back side of the island. So the main like keep tower is maybe 8 stories tall, and it's sort of towards the back of the island from where you are, and around that are some buildings, some of which have kind of crumbled down and are missing whole chunks. Like there's like half a building missing, along with a big section of the wall.
But we
Near the
have
keep.
to fly past the sentries in
You
order
have to kind of go around, yeah. And as you're regarding it, you hear a and below you, kind of flowing towards the island, you see that there's a small cave, and there are these 2 wyverns with riders on them, these 2 winged beasts that fly in from the shadow and land on this little side cave, kind of facing you, maybe like 20, 30 feet down from the level of the island.
Did they see it? Are they making that sound because they saw us, or that's just
no,
them
it's
making
just wyverns vibing.
I
Just
see.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just doing what they do.
Just doing wyvern sounds.
Yeah.
They're happy to be home. It's food time.
How so Ilka's jamming out, but quietly?
Pianissimo?
Yeah.
You switch to a different beat or something, Ilka?
Yeah, real soft and gentle, like a 13th century French lullaby.
Oh.
Rockin'.
So is it more like vibrations or does it make like guitar sounds?
It makes sound, but it's pretty muted. Yeah, you can keep the volume down.
So I want to suggest that I cast Pass Without a Trace and
Good idea,
we
Zay.
try to enter through the library
I like it.
To the rear.
where there is no longer a library.
Yeah, let's do it.
Am I maintaining concentration to make this rug fly?
Yes.
That would overtake anything else I might do with concentration.
Yeah, to a certain degree. You can like stop steering for a second to
Please
do
don't.
something.
Cool. I'll keep doing this then.
Okay. Where are you going? Like, what's your approach?
I like the idea of going to the library.
Okay. So you're just going to kind of fly right over to it? You have to go around the building? Yeah.
What if we go all the like way up and then like quickly come down, like vertically? Yes.
Just straight down?
Let's look up
Yeah,
falling
so like
damage.
way over the wall, and then
That's kind of what you did on the Breathless Elder before.
Yeah.
Yeah, who looks up?
I love that we're having this conversation on the back of a flying carpet while you're jamming out. Amazing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
No, this is the real gentle one now.
Wind whistling by, though.
Entre le boeuf. La
Nice.
13th century French carol.
Nice.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
So-
let's do it.
'tis the season.
So how are you flying in, Ilka, as the pilot?
Did you pass?
Yeah, there's a shroud of
Yes,
darkness
Pass
that
Without a
mutes the
Trace.
sound you're
It
making.
has been cast.
Yep.
So that mutes our sound.
Mhm.
Does it mute us visually?
A little bit, yeah. You kind of blend in with the shadow of the outside of the sphere. Yeah.
There's a veil of shadows and silence around us.
Yep.
Amazing.
Whoa.
All right. Softly and sweetly with a old song about a cow and a gray donkey, we're going to
Aw.
work our way over and hover into the library.
Roll performance, Ilka.
I have for guidance.
Because as you fly closer and closer to this thing, you start to feel a tug as if you're being caught in the current of the soul swirling into these obelisks.
Oh.
And it takes energy and performance to try to like resist it.
Zay, you offered guidance?
I did.
Take that D4.
D4.
It's actually Matthias. Oh, nice.
20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so you managed to keep the rug stable, but you notice that the magical currents that are sucking towards these obelisks are so strong as you get closer to the island that you start to kind of swirl the drain towards the nearest obelisk, towards the back of the island. You manage to keep the rug upright and relatively stable as you swirl downwards and downwards, but you feel like you're going on a collision course towards the obelisk nearest to the library on the back of the building. You don't see any sign of torches moving around or anybody spotting you on the island, but what's your direction as you start to approach this chain and this obelisk on the edge of the island?
So
You
if
want to try to
we're,
get away from it or land on it?
if we're spiraling, but I want us to get over to the library, I think I'm going to try to lean into the current of the spiral and then pull out of it when we're aimed at the library.
At the last second.
Yep.
Okay. So the tug is so strong that you can't like make it all the way to the library, but you can alight on the chain or near the anchor up to the chain if you'd like to. But still on the chain. You do see, though, as you're getting closer, there are two guards standing right by that anchor. So they have their backs towards you right now. They're not looking out into the darkness. They're just talking with each other. So you could like stealthily land somewhere on the chain or the obelisk.
But their backs
it's
are
up to
to
you.
us.
Yes.
In my concentration, can I speak to my comrades?
Yeah.
Okay. See those two guards down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorik, can we F them up? Like if we just go straight for them, can we jump them from the back as we get closer? Because they don't see us yet, and we are landing just about on top of them.
That's how we've decided to come
gonna-
into this place.
Knock him out.
All right.
You're gonna land like 100 feet away or so. These obelisks are pretty far out, so you're not gonna be like right on
Oh.
top of them. You'll be
Okay.
like on the chain. You have to kind of like straddle it. And it seems like the energy of the spell jamming helm, the flying rug, is starting to kind of sputter out. Like this soul vortex is interfering with the magic that's making your rug fly. So you're gonna have to kind of find a way to come down gently and either leave the rug there, take the helm with you. It's up to you.
The magic is being downright disrespectful.
Yep.
You're gonna crash land our trash carpet.
I was going to hit one of them
So
with the
much
rock.
work.
Trashland, crash. That's the next
Crash the-
album. That's
Yep.
it. It's done.
I mean, you can take the helm with you. It's not like it's not permanently stuck to the rug.
Do we have to
So-
take the
I
rock?
mean, it's a giant rock.
Yeah.
You have to take the rock. Yeah, but that's you got strength.
Fair enough. I signed up for this.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're gonna land on this chain about 100 to 150 feet away from two guards,
Okay.
and then we'll decide what to do.
You land like a dragonfly on a leaf.
Oh, that a nice flying,
Well
Ilka.
done.
Yeah. And then the rug kind of slumps as you all, I assume, like grab onto the chain. Like it's wide enough to walk on, but it's very treacherous, and there's just like swirling green darkness below you. The light here is dim, right? It's just the lights from the fortress and like a little bit of a glow from the obelisks.
Does
And
this thing?
that's it.
Does it vibrate? This thing? Or
There's a hum, yeah, and as you're
Okay.
like getting really close to it, you can hear this like it gets like louder and louder and louder, and you kind of almost hear like voices, like spectral kind of wails, and Marley and Marley.
Don't
that kind
don't
of
like
thing.
this.
No,
Yeah,
It's
that was a holiday reference for the audience.
I just filled up yesterday.
I'm gonna put on my night goggles.
Nice.
Yep.
That's Sam Fisher.
What are you looking for, Lark?
You said it was dim. I just wanted to be able to see better.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean you're a little bit out of the dark vision range for these folks out there, but you can see the chain going both ways
Yeah.
very clearly.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you still want to attack the guards?
No, I misjudged our landing distance.
Oh, okay.
We could walk our way over there.
Yeah, let's pass without a trace.
We could do that.
You still
also.
are. You still have it on. Yeah.
No, I was
Yep.
meaning let's not leave any dead guards behind or even incapacitated.
Great. No, we
Or-
will be all stealthy in our approach.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm good at that.
We should
Okay.
bring the rock so we can get off the island.
Roll stealth, y'all. Let's see how sneaky you are.
17.
Nice.
Plus 10.
You all saw that. That was a 19 plus 4.
Jeez, you guys.
23.
18.
19.
you
20
guys are
23.
With my plus
You can
Wow.
see that. I,
Oh, with the 10? 33.
rolled an 8
Oh,
and added
27.
yeah.
10. Nice.
This is the sneakiest
27.
27 been.
Yeah, you guys. How do you move on this chain? Like, what's your sneaky creep? Are you just like walking quietly with magic, or are you like, hanging on the underside of it? Or
I didn't
like-
realize carrying a rock would make me sneakier. I'm thrilled with this.
Yeah, it kind of grounds you. You realize this was actually the weight that you function optimally at as you're going. Yeah.
Most of my baggage is emotional, so this is fantastic.
Right. Right. You just strap it on.
Wow, guys, I'm having a great time. Good vacation.
Note to self: get Scott a comfort rock.
Ahead of you, you can hear the two guards talking. One of them is like rambling loudly. The other one seems to just kind of be listening and nodding politely. The wind is howling, so it's hard to hear exactly what they're saying from this distance unless you get closer.
Or unless you have a magic cape.
Yeah.
Magic shawl.
Yeah.
Shawl.
Do you tune in?
I
With your
do.
Whisper web shawl.
I shrug my shoulders, and my spider shawl does a little shimmery spider thing, and now I can eavesdrop.
Yeah, as if a spider was listening to the noises on their web. You tune in to the sound waves, and you hear this older male voice saying, "I remember back when I painted the red roof on that armory. I don't remember how long ago it was though. Did you hear about Joan? She took an axe from the vault up in the throne room of the keep, and then didn't return it. I bet she's going to be in big trouble for that, for taking the treasure out of the vault in the throne room of the keep."
Got it,
and the other one
I
is
wrote
like,
it down.
the other one's like, yes, very polite.
I hope you shared that information with us because I wrote it down.
Yeah, I relay this all verbatim in that accent.
Oh, nice, great. And the person just goes on. They're like, "Oh, it's getting pretty cold out here. Hey, I heard they brought a new shipment of cloaks into the armory, the one that I painted with the red roof. Yeah. Oh."
I start thinking back through my oldest songs that might tap into this person's memory.
As Ilka copies the voice, Lark, you get this. Roll intelligence, Lark.
That is a 9.
9. Okay. Really? Only 9 with your int?
Yeah, +2.
Based on your knowledge of Jolly Gents lore from all the comics that you've read over the years, you know that the one Jolly Gent with a rambling old man voice would be Rambling Bill.
Oh.
Yep. Kind of one of the C-tier Jolly Gents, like not one of the like Phase 1 Jolly Gents. You know?
Definitely I know the exact issue that he was in. Yeah.
Yes.
Ramblin' Bill.
Yep, Rambling Bill. And he goes on. He's saying, Crooks has been gone for a while. I bet he'll be back soon.
Do not harm this person. I love him. He is moving things along so quickly.
Wait, can I hear Ramblin' Bill?
You can hear.
Well, sort of. You can hear.
If you get closer, yeah.
So you're doing the voice as you say it?
Yeah, Ilka
Are you
has
like
a great
stopping
ear.
everyone though, or are you like getting closer as you go?
Well, we're in a shroud of silence,
Yeah.
so I feel like we would keep. If I can do two things at once, if I
Sure.
can walk. No, I'm saying if I physically am capable of walking forward and speaking in an accent without falling off a chain. So I'm trying all those things.
You're level
and
8 bard.
I am, and as faithfully as possible, I am replicating Rambling Bill for Lark's listening ears.
The voice you're doing sounds exactly like this Jolly Gent character called Ramblin' Bill.
That fits. He sounds like a Rambling Bill.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Wait, you
he-
think it actually is Rambling Bill?
I would not be surprised. What's he look like?
He wears a straw hat.
Nailed it.
I can't see the straw hat though, right?
Well, not once you're within like 30 feet, you can easily. Yeah. There's an older dude with a straw hat, and then there's a younger woman, like middle-aged woman, with hair all the way down to her feet, which you would immediately recognize, Lark, is the hair of Long Mary, another one of the Jolly Gents.
It's Ramblin' Bill and Long Mary.
Wait, we're approaching them?
Well,
Yeah,
you're getting
you've been
closer
walking
along the
them.
chain. Yeah.
But we're shrouded.
Okay.
right.
I thought they were farther away than that. Okay. Zay starts looking for a red roof.
You don't.
Or do
you
I
just see like
remember
a
a
ruined
roof?
edifice and kind of the outside of the wall from here. Like the red roof would be inside the keep.
Do I remember seeing one from when we were trying to be above it all?
Maybe. It's light wasn't great, so color was kind of washed out. Yeah.
Scoot. You can see.
But I see in like grays,
Oh,
don't
right.
I?
That's
in
true. Dark vision doesn't.
It's
yeah.
short range.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Rambling Bill goes on. He says, I saw them haul Jake into the keep the other day, and he hasn't come out yet, as far as I know. Hope he's all right. Must have done something wrong.
Now I'm starting to think that everything he says is wrong. Like
No.
there's no cloaks in the armory. Jake's not in the keep.
Because Jake helped us. Jake was not supposed to help us.
That's right.
It's a
That's
little
true.
known fact about Ramblin' Bill that he's often known as Exposition Bill.
That's the one they say behind his back, right?
They always say you got to get something out to an audience in 2 hours. Call on Bill. He's the guy. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll sign my trading card.
We should ask.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
His issues are always a little shoehorned, didn't you think? Like, it's
Yeah,
kind of like,
yeah.
man, this is really just like, yeah, obvious. Okay.
Lark takes out his trading card, unopened collectible trading cards, and contemplates opening them, but doesn't.
Do you even know if there's a Rambling Bill in
I
there?
don't. That's the problem.
No.
If I open it, it's in the original packaging. So if I open it to find out what's in there, then it's opened and it's not in the original packaging anymore.
Thank you for setting up the zone of silence.
Yeah. As you guys stand on this chain with this, you see that there's this like cable of magical energy kind of like laced around the chain, like a hanging light sort of. And this cable kind of glows with a pale blue energy. And you get the sense that like at the point where it anchors with the island, there's sort of an exposed area with a couple of cables and levers. It's not clear what they do, but if you wanted to sabotage it or do anything with it, like it's very accessible over like right by where Bill and Mary are standing.
Accessible, just like you could touch it or something.
Yeah, like it's exposed and it kind of seems like it's like shining like a little more vulnerable right there as it kind of like curves downwards into the island.
Should we just maybe make note of that? I think we start disrupting things right now.
They'll know we're here.
Yeah, but if we cut the cable here and then everybody comes this way, then we can go into the keep and they won't be there. They'll be out here trying to fix the cable.
Fair.
I saw this in an issue of Road Crooks and his Jolly Gents. And it
Or
totally worked.
Or they will immediately put out all alert to figure out who blew up their cable.
I mean, yeah.
But we could just blow up the cable.
Yeah. Plus, then that's 1/3 of the soul-sucking power of the fortress has been cut off.
At this point, Bill and Mary turn around and look outwards, not seeing the four of you. They're kind of just looking up and around. They're saying, "Oh, I bet the Wyvern Guard are back." And Mary's like, "Yes."
How close are we?
30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
to them, you
Ilka's
look like
relaying
chain.
this.
Yeah. I'm still listening and relaying.
Can we all hear now, or we're still too far
You
to
can
hear?
definitely all hear, yeah. So what's your approach, guys?
This is very hard for Lark.
Tough one.
Zay starts moving forward, keeping her eye out for a red roof.
Yeah, you don't see one here again. You just kind of see like the chunks of wall and an
Looking
old
for
library
a
maybe.
spot to move through the wall.
Yeah, there's definitely like some passages and trails going around the island and into the island.
How close are they to the exposed cable?
They're like right next to it, like within like 5-10 feet.
How big is the anchor point of this exposed cable?
Maybe like 5 by 5.
What do we have between us that can take down?
Scoot has a big rock.
You can hit it with a rock
And a large axe,
and an axe.
Yeah.
And I can shatter it.
which is designed
Oh,
for
you have shatter.
cutting
do.
things.
We have so many options.
But we do have Bill and Mary who are going to have an opinion about this.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
Who are like basically being like brainwashed.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So like the less of them we can kill, the more of them can, I don't know, be revived at the end of this. Zay says to Lark.
Yeah,
do we
totally.
knock him out.
At this point, Bill's just rambling on about how he like doesn't even remember how long they've been in the Shadowfell. Like he's like, I think we just got here a little while ago, but my memory is so foggy, I can barely remember anything these days. And Mary's like, yes, me too.
We can kick him off the edge of the island.
No, that's what I was thinking too, which is why I think we should just move past them.
Yeah, you guys got to decide what alignment you are.
What's
right now.
Long Mary's power?
She's a trapper.
Okay. Oh man, Lark is going to do something rash unless we make some decisions very fast.
I would vote for just like sneaking past, enjoying the stealth that we have, and hoping that we can just get past them.
All right.
Yeah, I'm already headed towards what looks to be the path that's going to fit all four of us.
You have to squeeze like right by them, so it'll be pretty tricky. Like if they're paying any attention, they might see you.
Okay, I take it we have to handle these guys.
I'm saying it's just risky. You might be able to.
Can we do the classic throw a rock over there and see if that'll work?
Why not?
All right, I'll give it a shot.
What do you do?
Do you have a rock?
Not the rock I have. I'm looking for something natural.
Okay, there's only chain here, but you have your possessions in your bag.
I take a coin out. I take one of my gold coins.
Okay.
And I just chuck it away in a direction that will help us sneak past them.
Okay. They both don't even notice the sound of the coin. Bill's droning voice is just so much louder than the tink of a coin.
All right, fine.
It's not going to cut it.
-1. I got it. Thank you.
Yep. I rolled a 1 and a 2 for perception for them too. That was your best trick.
And my best coin. All right.
It was one of the bicentennial ones too.
Do you rage, Scoot?
Scoot.
Scott did just a second ago.
Scoot, when they turn their backs, bonk them on the head, okay?
Yeah, it worked great. Let's do it.
Lark steps out of the cone of silence and he's, hey, Ramblin' Bill and Long Mary, I have Jake's tablet. And I walk right past them so that they face the other way. I need to get Jake's tablet up to him in the throat. Where did he go? I forgot what he said already. in the keep.
I said it twice.
Jake's in the
He's in the keep.
Yeah. I need to get Jake's tablet. I show it to them up in the keep.
Okay, they immediately draw their swords
Okay, wait.
and bows.
While that was, as soon as I saw that action start to happen, I
Yes.
started to move towards Mary.
Okay.
Now, as soon as I leave the silence, I start full speed towards Mary.
Wait, did they turn as I walk past them, or did
They
not?
follow you, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm coming up behind her.
Yep.
Yep. So what I would like to do then, and you can decide this order, I would like to, just as Lark did, as I leave that cone of silence, go, "Oh my God, you're long, Mary. My friend loves you. Can I have a hug?" And I go up and I try to restrain her.
Okay. Let's rewind to Lark. So as you're walking by them, they're both drawing their weapons, and then you take out the tablet, and Bill holds his arm out like Mary's about to attack you, Lark. He's like, wait, that's antediluvian Jake's tablet.
Yeah, it's Antediluvian Jake's tablet. I need to get it back to him in the keep.
Okay, and then at that point you hug Mary.
I jump in, and as I see that all happen, I go, "Oh my God, you're long, Mary. My friend Lark's got Jake's tablet."
She's like, what? We're surrounded.
I completely try to throw it off.
Do you like restrain her? Or
No,
like...
I tried to go away from my
Okay.
plan as soon as I saw that it was no longer hostile.
Okay. Well, Mary's still very tense, but Bill's curious. He says, "What were you two doing on the chain? Who are you?"
Oh, I'm Lark Wavesilver. I'm here to bring back Jake's tablet.
Oh, that name sounds familiar. I feel like...
Yeah, I'm your biggest fan.
Well, that's not it. I feel like Crooks told us to pay mind to that name. Are you a silver wave of justice?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Mary, we're supposed to watch out for these folks, aren't
Say
we?
casts charm person
Oh,
on Mary.
okay. So she makes a wisdom save.
She does.
She gets a 20.
What?
Yeah. So she shakes it off and looks very upset. She says, "Bill, they're trying to ensorcel me." And Bill's like, "What do you mean? He's got.
I'm not even a magic
trying to attack
user.
us.
What
Yeah,
are you
they're just
talking
standing
about?"
here." And so do you stay hidden, or are you like casting from the shadows?
I mean, I guess I will try to stay hidden because I am so stealthy that I can hide behind Scoot because I'm so tiny.
So okay, Mary's reaching for like a horn that she has on her hip, and Bill's saying, "Well, why are you here, Lark Wavesilver and company?
I'm bringing the tablet back to Jake in the keep.
I am his driver.
Why were you on the chain?"
That was where we had to land because there was like a weird gravitational pull from the obelisk, and it sort of, it was a tough landing.
Okay. I rolled pretty high on my insight.
I mean, he's telling the truth.
Jane, he seems trustworthy.
Yeah, I'm not lying. Why would I lie about that?
Bill, you trust everyone. No, I really feel it in my bones.
Can we get to the keep? I feel like Jake probably wants us back as soon as possible.
Jane says, "We definitely have to tell the others about this."
Yeah. Yeah, let's go chat with them. I'm like trying to give a signal to Scoot. Lark's trying to wink at Scoot, but he can't, so he's just like a 2-eye blink at him.
And Scoot knows what's going on, so he's got this big grin that can't hide anything. It's just like, yeah, it's about to happen.
Well, perhaps one of us should come with you.
Yeah.
Mary's like, "Yes."
Lead the way.
And she puts her hand back on her sword and draws it and says, "This way to the Bailey."
What's the Bailey?
The Bailey's the courtyard. It's like
Oh.
within the walls of
Thank you.
of the castle.
Thanks, medieval architect. Bailey.
So Ilka and Zay, how hidden are you right now?
We're still in the pass without a trace sphere.
Right.
Yeah, but then so's everyone because I approached and I'm by Scoot now.
Oh, if you approach with it on, then they will notice that there's a stealthy sphere going on here, and they'll be like, "Wait a
that's
minute,
what I figured. Yeah.
there's stealth magic around." And I think they're gonna realize that you're there if you keep getting closer.
Well, I used Scoot as my excuse just a minute ago, so
So do you introduce yourself, or do you try to stay hidden?
I'm gonna try to stay hidden behind Scoot.
Hi, Zay. How's that migraine of yours going? I know you're a little sound sensitive earlier.
Yeah, I let pass without a trace drop, and I say,
Oh, does
feeling
that hurt?
much better now. Thanks for pointing that out.
Okay, Mary says, "None of this makes sense. Why are you sneaking into our fortress from the chain just to deliver a tablet to Jake? What are your motives?"
I mean,
Not-
how else are we supposed to
Yeah.
get it to him?
But why?
I mean, we tried to land in the keep, but like I was saying, there's a weird gravitational pull from the obelisk. We had to land on the chain. It was really scary. I thought we were going to fall into the swirling green thing.
We were supposed to watch out for people like you, trespassers.
Except that we're not. I mean, we're here with the tablet. That's that's not the same thing, right?
Jake was taken away by one of our lieutenants. Friar Truck took him into the keep.
Oh, I wonder what
Who
they're
are
doing
you
in
to
there.
question our leadership?
What? No, I'm not questioning that at all. I just want to get him his tablet back.
Roll persuasion, Lark.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a crit fail.
Oh, right. Where's my 6s?
Okay.
I feel like I'll be using these.
It says a new die from Matthias. It says "Ope."
From Superior Dice Company. Okay, she says, I don't trust them, Bill. They're here for some other reason. It's not just for Jake. Bill's like, I don't know. They seem friendly.
We are. I give him a little hug, like a little side hug, not too weird.
Maybe if you stay in the armory, we'll go get the leadership and see what they have to say about it.
That sounds great.
All right. This way.
We follow.
And they
Yeah,
put you all in
follow.
front of them. Ilka, you as well? Do you
I-
reveal yourself?
I feel like I'm revealed as soon as Pass Without a Trace drops.
All right.
Hi.
I whisper to Scoot as we're walking behind him, I thought you were going to bonk him.
I thought you were being nice with them.
I was to distract him so you could bonk him.
Should I bonk them now?
No, now it's too late.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. They're taking us into the keep. Maybe we can bonk them then.
Yeah, but nobody else has been notified. It's still 4 of us and 2 of them.
Yeah, but, okay.
At this point, they're leading you through the library. It's like a dark, cramped space. You don't see any witnesses as you make your way towards the courtyard.
Ramblin' Bill, how come there's a big hole in this library?
Oh, this castle's been falling apart for ages.
Oh, did you
It's hard
lose
to
any good
maintain.
books?
I believe we did.
Unfortunate.
All the juicy stuff.
No.
Some of my favorites. I don't remember what they were, but I remember they were good.
Bummer.
Hmm.
I ever gone through the library?
And any interruptions, or do you pass through?
Are we passing? Like, does it look like we're going to run into anyone else?
There's nobody in this broken up wall and library as you go through. You get the sense that they're taking you to the courtyard, which is where the other Jolly Gents would be located.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're going to get
So-
arrested or killed as soon as we get to the others.
Is there any good place to start a fight?
Here,
like,
This would
on
be the
stairs.
most private and
No.
secluded
This is
place.
it? All
Yep.
right.
hmm
In a hallway.
Is that the... Oh, man. I'm super nervous about this.
Are we walking behind them?
No, you're in front of them.
All 4 of us are in front of them.
Mhm.
Yes.
And Long Mary has her sword out.
Right. Yeah, Bill's more trusting for some reason. He's just a friendly fella.
All right. I stop. I start performing. I got an itch. I got an itch. I got an itch. I got an itch. Mary, take this rock. I got an itch. Mary. And I
Stop, she says. Hands to yourself.
I'm trying.
Roll performance, Scoot.
I don't like it. Okay.
Or deception. Deception, maybe.
Oh.
Wow. 15 plus 0.
She rolled a nat 1, so she's like, "What? Okay." And she puts her sword down.
And as soon as
takes
that
the rock.
happens, I throw the rock.
At her.
Yeah, just take it take this so she can get it into her arms.
Okay.
And then once she does that, then I tackle her.
Okay. Make an acrobatics or a grapple roll, I suppose.
Grapple?
Yeah.
9 plus, I do athletics on that one.
Yep.
So we'll call that 16.
She rolled a 4. So you tackle her to the ground, Scoot.
Okay.
Bill's like, "Whoa, wait a minute. I thought we were friends."
We are friends.
She's helping me with my itch.
Mary's
And
like, "Bill, help me."
what I'm trying to do is get that horn away.
Oh, yeah, it's easy. Knock it away.
Cool.
Yep.
Towards an ally's feet, anywhere I can. So
I pick it up. What do I see?
The horn?
Yeah.
It's a tutor. It's like a little mini vuvuzela.
Don't play it.
oh no, I've made an error.
Ilka's raising
I
the horn to her
struggle,
lips.
and I put it in my belt. I think about it a lot. And then I draw my sun sword,
Okay.
and I'm after Bill.
He puts his hands up. He says, whoa. I don't want trouble. I just want to help Jake.
Yeah, so do we. We don't want any trouble.
Well, let go of Mary.
Well, we're just going to make sure that you guys don't tell anybody else that we're here, because it's very important we get to Jake secretly. Friar Truck has had he's been brainwashed. And so
What?
they're holding Jake in the keep, and we're here to try to rescue him and get him his tablet back.
Brainwashed by who?
Manchun the wizard.
We defeated him 200 years ago. You mean one of his clones?
That's
yes,
what
one of
we
his
thought.
clones, one of his Horcruxes is still around.
We can't come up with a better word for it.
That's copyrighted.
That's why it's so bad.
Yeah, so we have to save him from the final clone of Manchun.
Oh, no. So there's a clone of Manchun in our ranks?
Yes, well, I don't know about that, and I certainly don't know who he's disguised as.
Who could it be? You mean maybe Friar Truck?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Well, thank you. You sure are helpful folk.
We're trying our best. Look, I show him my Jolly Gents camo. The camo cape that was given by the Jolly Gents. I'm like, see, I've actually worked with Jake before.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten about that. We
Yeah.
used to help you out.
Yeah.
Oh, my memory's going. Is that part of the brainwashing?
I think it might be.
Oh, no.
What's my insight on Rambling Bill? Do I believe this, or is this an act?
He seems very genuine. Roll insight, I guess, to see.
I hope he's not faking it. That'd be so bummed.
Gonna end poorly. It's a dirty 20.
He seems surprisingly sharp and genuinely trusting.
I don't run him through the heart, but I think
Okay.
about it.
Mary is like about to call out, though, unless you like stop her or do something. She's not swayed by any of this.
My tackling her didn't persuade her?
No, she's like, help, help.
Zay runs forward and shoves some cloth into her mouth.
Okay, so you're going for the full like restrain and leave
Yeah.
behind?
Yeah, you have her tackled, right?
Pretty good, I think.
Do we still have some of that adhesive?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't mess around.
You guys want to bundle her up and leave her in the hallway?
Yeah,
That's better than
Seems-
I think
Yeah.
we have to.
pitching them off the edge of the island, which was Ilka's instinct. So.
Sure.
Apologizing the whole time.
Yeah.
Like-
We're
Okay.
so sorry, Long Mary. I like your hair.
Who's going to do the knots? Scoot.
Probably
Makes sense.
Scoot. Yeah.
Sailor boy.
Roll sleight of hand
Oh, that's
or
mean.
dexterity. Yeah.
Oh, that's also mean.
Oh, no.
Zay stands nearby and offers advice while she sees him fumbling.
Helpful. Backseat knots.
+2. So we're up to 5 already, everybody.
Yeah.
6.
It just takes you a while. I mean, you know how to tie good knots. It just takes you a while. By the time you're wrapping up, you hear a loud horn, like a brr outside in the courtyard ahead of you, and Bill looks up and says, "He must be back,
Who?
Crooks.
Oh, Crooks is back.
That means there's going to be a party
Great.
tonight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Parties.
Great.
Where-
I can
okay.
tell him
Like
about Truck.
parties.
Maybe don't tell him yet.
Why?
Just in case that's not the right answer.
Yeah, we're
we don't want to
Oh, good one,
bring
Zay.
people on, make them suspicious.
Yeah, we're not
Crooks-
sure about Truck.
Crooks is the greatest.
Yeah,
he
he's
can help us
awesome.
get to the bottom of this. He's a hero.
That's certainly an option.
But
Oh.
imagine this. This time you could be the hero.
By not trusting Crooks?
No, by solving this mystery yourself.
All right.
I smell a promotion.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's stop at the armory and grab some well-hooded cloaks.
I think that's a great idea.
If anybody else sees you, the alarm will be raised after all.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So we're heading toward the throne room? No, there's
No,
a
the
vault
armory.
in the throne room
Armory.
and an armory with cloaks.
Right.
Okay.
And Bill says, Mary, we'll be right back. This isn't permanent.
Just have a little nap.
Yeah, we're so sorry, Mary. We'll be right back.
Okay. And then he tells you all, I've got to go now. I've got to go greet the boss.
Okay,
so I'll see you in the armory, okay?
Yeah, keep it on the down low.
I will.
Wait, which way is the armory?
It's the red roof building right over there as
Oh,
you
right.
get out of the hallway. It's just around the corner and a little ways away. So you
Okay.
can kind of like stealthily make your way over pretty easily. You see there's a gathering of Jolly Gents in the center of the courtyard. So this courtyard, there's various buildings, like a kind of an eating hall to one side. It's pretty well maintained. You can see there's like an obstacle course and an archery range and a training area, as well as like a garden full of stone statues closer to the keep. But the armory with the red roof is right next door to you guys, so it's easier to get around the corner and get inside. And it's empty when you get in there. Inside are various...
Empty of people.
Empty of people, right. So there are various, tools for patrols, for taking out into the wilds. There are Jolly Gents outfits, camouflage, hooded cloaks. Yeah, I guess what are you guys looking for when you're in there? Or what do you do once you get inside?
Lark, how many Jolly Gents are there?
So many. Yeah.
Are any of them halfling or children? Am I gonna
Yes,
get away
yeah,
with
there
this?
definitely are halfling Jolly Gents.
right.
Okay, excellent.
And as you're making your way into the keep, actually, you can see that in the center of the courtyard is this teleportation circle, kind of on a raised dais. And you can see Rowan Crooks over there, like a few hundred feet away, kind of like jovially greeting everyone. And there is a halfling Jolly Gent next to him who's kind of nodding and seems a bit more standoffish. But everyone seems really happy to see him, and there's celebrating and patting of backs and hugging going on. It's a grand old time. He doesn't seem to know that you're there yet.
Okay.
Can we see Bill approach?
Yeah, he kind of joins the throng and seems to kind of be keeping a low profile.
I'm definitely pulling out whatever I need to dress up as a Jolly Gent and looking, trying to find stuff for everybody else.
Yeah.
As well as looking through other supplies that are in there, any weapons or things that might be useful.
Just a variety of really well-crafted bows and swords and knives and kind of like guerrilla fighting tools and stealth tools. Yeah, so you can all find a nice camouflage cloak with sort of the forest camo of the Jolly Gents that has a really heavy hood that covers your face and keeps you very Aragorn in the Prancing Pony, like totally shadowed to get around easier.
Is anybody else keeping their hoods up?
No.
Okay.
No. It's a little weird.
Cool.
Style choice. So do y'all just hang out in there and wait for Bill, or what's your next step?
I would like to, as quietly as possible, move the weapons to a different place.
Sure, like where?
And a different crate, underneath a crate.
Kind of in the same building, just like causing chaos?
Just specifically for the weapons.
We could throw them off the edge.
Well, that would take a little while.
I'm just trying to cause a little bit of a disruption. Something might give us a little bit more time.
It takes you a couple minutes.
Yeah, I just want to scatter some things. I would scuttle if I could, but it seems like that would be loud and cumbersome right now. So.
Is anybody keeping watch, like outside the building?
Yeah, well, both keeping watch and trying to see if I can discern which room might be the throne room.
Sure. So if you're watching, after a couple minutes, Crooks turns around with the halfling Jolly Gent and heads towards the keep, towards the main tower. And goes up the main stairs into the front door. The other Jolly Gents kind of disperse then back to their different activities. There's a bunch of them training, practicing archery, kind of like sparring in the courtyard.
Hey, Foro's headed towards the keep.
Okay.
How are we getting there?
He's going to go question Jake.
How are we getting there?
Bill seems to be busy with some of the other Jolly Gents too, like he's weaving some yarn.
And we have to cross the Bailey to get to the keep. There's not.
You could try to like sneak around the edge, but yeah, going across would be the most direct route. It's on the other side.
I mean, we could just walk across. We're wearing Jolly Gents costumes.
I'm still carrying a rock.
Yeah.
Do we need this rock we're probably gonna need this rock. Do we still have the carpet?
It's back there on the chain.
Yeah, it's just dangling.
Should have left one with the other. Why'd I take the keys? All right.
So we can magic something else.
Yeah. Because we can use the rock to levitate something else. We don't necessarily need the carpet.
All right.
Could we? Well, I guess we should probably. I was going to say we could leave it in the armory, but maybe that's not wise.
I'll just keep carrying it. If I can find some way, if I could cover it up with something like another cloak or something like that to make it look like it's something.
A bundle, a haversack.
Just to make it look like something more official than me just carrying a rock.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can just minor illusion it. It's a cantrip.
It takes constant re-upping, though. It's kind of tricky.
But I mean to get us across the courtyard.
I mean, there are various bundles and sacks. I think you're all right.
Okay.
Just keeping it obscured.
There we go.
I think we should just walk across to the keep like we know what we're doing.
Roll performance.
Oh,
no offense.
Everybody?
This die is rolling low, Matthias.
Well, now's your time.
Come on.
Oh.
23.
Oh, I am lucky.
Yeah, re-roll that thing.
Hey.
Better.
16.
7. But I'm also lucky. 17.
13.
17. What'd you get?
13 for Lark.
And Ilkunze?
23.
16.
16. So, hooded, carrying your various things, you start to casually walk across the Bailey. A couple of the Jolly Gents nod at you and wave, and some of them kind of give you appraising looks. And as you get closer to the sparring area, you notice that the person leading the sparring exercises is Anne Jane Flipflap, your friend, quote unquote, from the Feywild many episodes ago. And she zeroes in on you, Lark, and kind of on the four of you in general, and just kind of watches you all go by, and then says, "You, recruit."
Hi, Anne Jane.
And she narrows her eyes, and then her eyes widen real big.
I wave.
She's like, "You, come practice with me right now."
I go over
to the Bridge of Destiny. She points to this log over a mud pit, like on two stands.
All right.
She says, "Come up," and she throws you a staff.
I grab it.
Okay.
I've dreamed about this, Anne Jane.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. What do the rest of you do as this goes on?
I get closer so that I can talk him through what I'm seeing, like if there's any bumps in the log or whatever. Anyway, I'm offering guidance.
Okay, and Anne Jane loudly says, "You know the rules. First one knocked off loses. You're facing the champ, so good luck. And she winks at you.
Thank you. I don't have to think about that.
And so she takes a position balancing on this log with her quarterstaff.
Okay.
What do you do?
I take the same position. I would know how this works. So
Yeah.
I take up my position with my quarterstaff.
So do you make the first move, or like I'm not going to roll this like combat, more like skill checks. So what's your tactic here?
I'm definitely not going to take the first attack. I'm going to be watching for her move, just because I know I'm quick, and I will try to use whatever movement she uses against her, and to sort of use that momentum against her with my dex.
Nice. Okay, roll acrobatics.
Come on, die.
You're straight up Bruce Leeing this.
Oh, yes.
Heck yeah. And
Plus 4.
Acrobatics is, I'm very good
90.
at that. So, I'm not seeing it here. There we go. Oh, it's my skill. Plus 10. 29.
So she edges forward and then takes a test kind of stab at you right in the center, and you deftly parry it and kind of knock her quarterstaff down and keep on parrying blow by blow. But she gets closer and closer to you as you guys are fighting, and she starts to talk to you under her breath and saying, "Lark,
It's me, AJ.
what are you doing here?"
We're trying to get Jake out and see if we can defeat Manchu. I don't know why I said that. I totally say it.
She says,
He would.
She says, "The only ones here with any kind of free will are me and Jake, and they just took Jake in to be retrained."
We heard.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago, so if you find him in there, good luck.
Thank you.
Do you need any info or any help?
Oh, we need so much info and help.
She says, "You're looking for Crooks, I take it."
Yes.
His office is on the 6th floor next to the throne room.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's got something brewing in there. I don't know what it is. All these souls they're collecting. She's like, you're totally kicking her butt in this fight. Like, she's actually genuinely trying, and looks like wide-eyed as you kind of knock her back more and more towards the back of the bridge.
No idea what they're doing with the souls?
No, I don't know. We've been here for about a 10-day, and it's a lot of souls. I mean, we're definitely ruffling some feathers with the Raven Queen. She winces.
Okay, this is hugely helpful. Anything else I should know?
There's all kinds of traps in the castle. He keeps the vault pretty well protected. Only his lieutenants can get in there. We've been working on Little Joan. She might be starting to crack and develop some free will. I think fighting with you guys has kind of opened her eyes a little bit to her past and what's going on
Oh, great.
in the world.
What's
So you might
in
have
the
a shot
vault?
with her. All the treasures that the gents have collected
Okay.
over the
Our
years,
stuff.
including your stuff.
Oh, our stuff.
Yeah,
Amazing.
6th floor.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'll
best
let you
of luck.
I'll let you knock me off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So what do you do? Like,
I throw a very predictable poke with the staff in a way that she can see
Mhm.
what's happening. Again, Lark tries to wink at her but can't wink, so he double blinks, and then
and as your eyes are closed, she totally sweep your feet, and you get
Sweep the leg.
flipped off the bridge and into the mud, totally soaked in mud.
I try to look chagrined.
Yeah, a few of the other Jolly Gents, they were kind of watching, give a golf clap. A couple of them were really impressed at your performance, and they start to approach you to like talk to you about tactics and figure out who you are because you're wearing a hood the whole time. They're like, "Wait, which one of us are you?"
I'm gonna pretend like I'm really embarrassed and I don't want to talk to anybody. I'll
Sure.
sulk off towards the keep.
Sure.
And-
Zay follows him.
Yeah, I'm trying to comfort him.
Okay, nice.
I share all of the info that I just learned with everybody as we're quickly walking towards the keep.
Okay, and you see Anjane behind you approach Bill, who's just like walking back towards the armory, and then he looks around and sees the four of you leaving, and he's like, "Oh," and they start talking to each other. And you make your way towards the keep. Do you go inside, or what's your approach? You see the keep, it's basically like a square-shaped keep, about 8 stories high. The top is kind of crumbled. There's definitely some huge gaping holes in the top of it where you could get in. Otherwise, there's a row of windows about 4 stories up, like narrow windows that you could probably crawl through. Otherwise, there's kind of a staircase up to the main front door of the keep.
So we can get in on the 8th floor?
The 8th floor, or the 4th floor, or the main floor? Yeah.
That would have been.
But it'll be very obvious if we go in the main floor.
Possibly. You don't see any guards at the door, so you could just walk in right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is our best cover right now.
Yeah,
we're
we're
dressed
following
as
crooks.
Yeah, we're dressed as gents.
You're muddy. You just lost a fight. We got some intel.
You need to go clean up.
Yep.
I say go straight in.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
I'm
all right.
trying to hold the rock with one hand and get the mud off on the other. With the other, it looks like it's such a pain to do. So that's how everyone knows that I'm really a jolly gent.
Nice.
You guys are so convincing as with your giant haversack, with your rock and your guitar, and the mud. As you make your way up the stairs, push open the grand doors. They're each like 6 feet wide. And inside you see this sort of castle, like royal foyer with a grand staircase leading up to the center and 2 staircases going off to the sides. The grand staircase is totally caved in. And to the right and to the left are two different entrances. There's one door that is closed, and there's an archway that's open. And it seems like there's kind of a lot of foot traffic, a lot of mud. It's not super well maintained in here. And there's paths that kind of go in both directions, but it seems like the main path forward is totally blocked off.
Blocked off in what way?
By rubble, by just
I
like
see.
a total collapse of the castle on the inside.
Okay. But we can kind of see where the mud
Yeah,
goes, which
there's-
is up both, kind of equally up both staircases.
Yep.
Try the archway.
Peek our way
The
in
open
there.
archway.
Yeah, just open
To
archway.
see what
close
else is
door.
on this floor.
Okay, as you're approaching it, you see 3 Jolly Gent guards kind of step out. It's a taller woman and two humanoid gents. You would recognize the taller one immediately, Lark, as Helena Dutchy Vandergraaf. Dutchy, she goes by. She's like a noblewoman. And she says, "Keep your eyes sharp. Crooks is back. He'll want everything spit spot. We got to clean up this mess. Come on." And the 2 guards that are with her start to, get out some cleaning tools from behind that archway. You don't see what's in there. They're grabbing some mops and they're starting to wipe up the mud
Where are they grabbing the mops from?
from somewhere through that archway.
I'll follow as though I've just heard Dutchy's instruction and go grab a mop
Okay. What about the rest of you?
or a ladder if there is one.
What about the rest of you?
I feel like I'm supposed to be delivering something right now with this sack.
You do have a big, yeah.
Yeah. So should we try to get up to like a different floor? Could we use this as an opportunity? So I really got to get this up to
She
4.
sees you approaching and says, "You got some garbage to throw away?
Yeah.
Toss it in." She indicates towards the archway.
Okay. Start walking in there.
Okay. What about the other 2 of you, Ilka and Zay?
I follow. This seems like a good opportunity to
Keeping
have
cash.
a reason, to go up the stairs.
Okay, and as you go through the archway, you can see that it's kind of this like tall tower, many stories high, just like hollowed out, with like remnants of stairs in it. And below you is this sort of refuse pit with like a giant snapping maw and a couple huge tentacles, kind of reaching out of it, grasping at whatever you guys have. This may be like 30 feet down below you. This is clearly where they toss all their junk. So
The Starlight.
Yes, it's
Sarlacc
the
pit.
Sarlacc
yeah,
pit.
but there are like doors leading up. Like, every story has a door leading into this emptied out, hollowed out tower going up the castle. At least 4 or 5 stories.
We're in the garbage chute.
Mhm.
Don't fall in.
So what do you do
She with
in the
us?
chute? No, she's going back to manage these other 2
Oh,
and
great.
go on her way. You actually see her kind of walk away and she takes out a keychain and unlocks the door on the other side and goes through it and then locks. You hear like a ka-chink, ka-chink on that door. And she disappears.
I have a mop and I'm heading up the stairs.
So there's not like a full
Back.
staircase. You have to like climb up the inside of this tower.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's remnants
Unless
of
you
stairs.
mean the other ones that we passed. You're still within the arch.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like the way up to the floors is to scale the inside of this tower. Is that kind of what we're
That's a
talking?
pretty
One option.
straight shot. Yeah.
Is there any chance I can do that while keeping the rock on me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm doing that then. I'd love to do that.
SWOJ, ahead of you, before you, is a writhing, chomping garbage pit. Above you is a hollowed-out tower with several doors, extending at least 5 stories up. Behind you is the squeak, squeak, squeak of a couple of mops cleaning up mud. It's the mops of Gigglin' Gus and Quick Quill Quincy.
Yes.
2 more of the Jolly Gents,
Are you pulling these all from that same list?
possibly.
I was thinking the
Amazing.
same
Gigglin'
thing.
Gus and what was the other one?
Quick Quill Quincy.
Amazing.
I've stopped trying. Gus and Quincy. I can't.
I love that you're all writing that down, but what would you guys like to do?
So, do we think we're going to try to scale the inside of this?
You don't look at me.
Is that the plan?
Or we also have the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fair.
Oh,
So if we could fish some garbage out of the Sarlacc pit and then magic it until it flies.
Yeah.
it's worked once.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a mop.
Like a
Yeah.
hobby horse, we will ride flying mops into the sky.
Is there any garbage that's laying around here that might work as a platform raft?
There is a short ladder, like a maintenance ladder, like 12-foot height.
Flawless.
Yeah.
As long as you stay on the right side, you don't want to go on the do not climb side.
Of the ladder?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is like a 4-person flying broom.
kind of.
Great. I snag the ladder and I motion Scoot over with his rock of flyingness.
Okay, how are you attaching it to the ladder?
Who's got rope?
I have some rope.
Rope.
You can also just kind of like hug it, like with your legs and your arms. That's an option too.
Well, like an
Yeah, I'll
I mean, someone's got to play still, though, right?
Right.
Yeah, Ilka can play and Scoot can hug it.
I'll hug it.
while they're sorting this out, I'm going to think back to when we were in that bazaar, and I noticed that there was this creature wandering around that seemed sort of feline, but it had wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to transform into a tressum.
A tressum.
What's a tressum?
It's a flying cat.
Flying cat. Yeah, it's a cat with wings.
And it has a keen smell. And it has poison sense.
You sense poison below you.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, I'm like, meow, meow.
I'm trying to scritch Zay. I'm like, you smell so keen.
Roll for Jellicle, Zay.
Oh.
I'm
What's
kind
your
of serious.
Jellicle bonus?
She starts,
Oh,
to,
no.
she starts to tap dance.
Let's
No,
see.
I'm serious.
Roll it. Let's get a 20 out there. See what happens.
Okay.
I have a 9 bonus to
You're fairly
Jellicle.
Jellicle cat.
So it's over here.
Yep.
I can also detect invisibility. So within 50 feet of me, magical invisibility fails to conceal anything from my sight.
You don't sense anything right now. That would be
Okay.
hidden otherwise.
I'm going to fly up to try to see if I can find the 6th. Oh, so this only goes to the 5th floor.
5th floor, yep.
If there's the best way for us to move
It's an
forward.
open arch that you could very carefully fly the ladder through, like threading the needle.
Mm-hmm.
So roll performance, Ilka, to see how you fly this thing.
12.
12, okay. And Scoot, you're doing the straddle and hug with the
So
rock?
my thought was I would put the rock on the ladder and then hug around the ladder. So
Mhm.
I'm basically giving the whole ladder, compressing the...
Oh, like laying down and just wrapping your arms around
Yeah,
it?
around the ladder and pressing the... Yeah.
Okay, it's very secure as long as nothing throws you off. Lark, what are you doing?
I'm riding a ladder.
Like surfing it? Like sitting like a witch or riding like a surfer?
You better be surfing this. We're
I'm
doing
totally
work.
surfing it.
Yeah.
You got the decks
absolutely.
For it. Yeah.
And you hear the plucked notes and, oh, well, I never. Was there ever a cat so clever as magical, Mr. Mistopheles?
That's one of the Jolly Gents. How'd you know? Okay, the two gents behind you turn at the sound of this music. Are you trying to be stealthy or are you just like, bye? Let's go. I mean, this is quite an operation.
I can't.
We're going up to
Yeah,
clean.
they definitely watch you guys as you take off.
We're going up to clean the
and just
4th
hover.
floor.
You hear a mop just kind of drop behind you as you all fly upwards.
I show my mop.
3 of us and a mop.
Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Okay.
Yeah, I make cat faces and sounds at them.
Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun, and you go.
Yeah, to the jelly side layer.
The jelly side.
That's the one.
And you thread the needle carefully, kind of roughly. I mean, you got a 12 on your performance check, so this ladder is pretty weighty and ungainly. Like you're not used to balancing 2 ends of a ladder as you play guitar on top of it. So you kind of clunk your way through the opening, and you barely fit. Lark, you have to duck.
I do.
Yeah, and you all find yourself in this dusty old castle hallway. It extends maybe 100 feet ahead of you. There are a couple doors on the other side, a couple doors midway through. They're all closed. Do you stay on the ladder? You'd be like bumping against the ceiling. It's a pretty low ceiling. There's a couple sconces that are out. It's very dark in this hallway. You don't see any signs of life.
No foot travel up here?
No, this 5th floor seems pretty undisturbed.
Okay.
It'd probably be nice to stay on the ladder because of what AJ said about the traps, but
Yeah.
because the ceiling is so low, I don't know if it's going to work.
Zay hears him say that and pads over and leaps up onto them to avoid potential floor traps.
Great. So you're all on the ladder. What do you do?
I carefully navigate it forward.
I'm still holding on.
Still playing Magical Mr. Mistopheles?
We're on Rum Tum Tugger now.
Okay. Dur-dur-dur.
Oh, the copyright infringement strikes.
Some Zugger?
That's right.
Lloyd
Zum
Webber
Zum
isn't
Zugger.
known for suing people.
Yet.
Um.
Wait till he
He
hears
is
this.
not.
Who's in front?
Oh
right
no.
now?
It's probably me actually.
Okay, Lark, make a dexterity saving throw.
That's right.
12.
12. The front of the ladder and Lark as well get something materializes in the air that you didn't even see, Zay, with your invisible sight.
What?
Yeah, so like a
Point.
cable, like a thread, just very, very infinitesimal, appears in the air and just like wraps around, coils around you and over the front of the ladder, kind of dragging it down to the ground. And Lark, you take a little damage.
Can I stop you before?
Take 6 damage.
real quick. Are you adding your proficiency to your dex saving throw?
I am not adding my dex proficiency to my dex saving
You
throw.
are, as a
should be
rogue,
as a
you
rogue.
are proficient in dex saves.
So
you get
what I'm actually,
+3.
what I said, when I said 12, what I meant was 15.
Okay, you're still going to take 6 damage as this coil wraps around your arm as you're like surfing like a cool kid, and it starts to like drain the warmth out of you. You feel like this cable is like this like shadowy coldness as it materializes around you, and there's like this whole kind of web ahead of you that the ladder careens into and kind of gets bogged down by. What do the rest of you do as this happens?
So the is the stuff dead? Is the stuff undead?
It's like a shadowy, magic-y thread that seems to kind of like expand it a little around Lark's arm and around the front of the ladder.
It's cold on my
It's
arm.
magic-y. It's amorphous.
Can I reach it?
Yeah, you can reach it.
I'm in a weird spot because I am kind of I'm laying down on the ladder holding the rock.
True. I mean, the ladder's
So-
not flying anymore, so if you wanted to hop off, it wouldn't be the worst time to do it.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll probably hop off
Kind of
that.
drag
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, well, ladder
Zay sort of
then.
launches herself in the air and does that thing with the wings where it like flaps behind them and like holds them
Oh,
in
sure.
place.
Yep, you
Yeah.
hover.
I hover.
Probably do the opposite and plant my feet down on the ground.
Lark, what do you do as,
I'm an
as
orc.
the cold saps the heat from you?
I'm frantically trying to rip it off my arm.
Make a strength roll.
16.
16.
No, 17. It's a 0.
Okay, yeah, you just barely manage to kind of like claw it off you. It's like really, really sticky, and it seems to kind of be trying to latch onto your hand as you claw it off. But you're quick enough and strong enough that you kind of force it off with the edge of your hand and wring your hand free.
Ah, gross. This thing, it was sticking to me and it was making my arm cold. Don't touch it.
No one touch the cold ropey things.
Is it all over like it's entirely blocking the passage?
It kind of fades away ahead of you, and there's just like the cables around the front of the ladder now, and you see nothing else in the hallway ahead of you.
I guess we're clear. Let's go, everybody.
That was the one.
Do you keep going?
Yes.
Remember,
Lark stops.
Dexterity saving throw, Lark. One more time.
Another saving throw?
Yes, please. That's pretty good.
Dex?
Yeah.
It is 24.
Okay, Lark, you just barely ahead of you, like the wind on your skin feels different as you move forward, and you get the sense that there's like a very thin cable spanning across the hallway at an angle right ahead of you, and you kind of like intuitively duck under it, and you realize as you're walking by that you just kind of see this little gleam in the air, like a piece of spider silk or something.
The penitent man,
visible.
and I like duck down. That's for you,
gotcha.
buddy.
Don't know it.
Oh. The penitent
Indiana Jones,
man.
Last Crusade.
Oh, yeah.
that's
It's
No,
fine.
you're
That's
done.
fine.
You're done.
That's
Shh,
fine.
Nope, you're okay.
We're good.
It's fine.
So, Lark is ahead of you all.
yeah, I
What's
just
the
watched
haps?
this elaborate acrobatic move he pulled.
He's like dancing in midair as far as you can see.
Yep.
Yeah.
And knowing him not to be a dancer, Ilka discerned that probably there's a trap.
Yeah, it's like when you watch somebody like walk into a spider web from far away, you're like, what are they doing there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But on a 24, that's a really elegant
Yeah,
flail.
yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
Cool.
You get the sense, you have a little bit more perception of these threads than the others say, and you can kind of get the feeling that there are these shadowy threads spanning the hallway ahead of you, like many of them, too many to count.
Oh. I think we should Zay jumps up onto the ladder and like just like stares at Ilka. Like
I think she wants scritches.
I think she can see invisible things, like the one that nearly just gotcha. Personally, that's just a hunch.
I'm gonna jump
Lark
off the ladder
seems
and jump back
nonplussed.
onto the ladder.
I was going to say, should I throw the ladder down the hallway and trigger as many as possible all at once?
It's already like stuck in the stuff, so it's very hard to throw it. Yeah. Unless you want to like wrench it out and then toss it as hard as
Could
you
use another gold piece, but I'm not going to make that mistake again.
can. Sure.
Well, they only heard you suggest you wanted to do that, so she's like nodding her little kitty head.
But either way, we've lost the ladder.
Well, it's just very stuck in this stuff. You'd have to try and strength it out.
Strength it
Or
out.
chop it out.
I think you can get past this one. Just you have to know that it's there.
I was a 13 on strength.
Yeah, nope. It's very stuck.
This thing's never going to move again.
This is our
Yeah.
flying
In fact,
ladder.
as you try to shake it out, like another one materializes from the air as you kind of move it a little and
Oh.
like sticks to it.
Oh, I thought you meant another ladder.
That's alarming.
No, another silky
Tendril.
tendril.
I was hoping.
I look
So-
around. Are there any doors before? Like, have we passed? any
Nope,
doors?
there's one like maybe like 30 or 40 feet in.
Okay.
So if we have stuff we can throw in there, the tendrils will take that stuff instead of us.
That's a Half-Life 2 tactic, yes.
All right,
So-
what do I got?
Early
Chop up
2000s
the
sort of
ladder.
reference.
Scoot.
Start breaking the ladder up?
Yeah, use your axe and chop up the ladder into little, 1x4s.
Okay.
And yeet it at the tendrils.
You take out your big glowing axe.
Carefully, and I'm short handling this. This is not a full swing. I'm in an enclosed space, so I'm like,
Yeah.
just
Calculated chop.
busting up
As the
firewood.
light of the glowing metal core within your axe gets close to these threads, suddenly you all can see them. Like there's definitely this kind of like laser lattice of these spidery like threads crossing. There's not too many to like you could like make your way through them if you wanted to
I
very
saw
carefully.
entrapment.
Oh
I
man, you
haven't.
beat me to the entrapment reference.
You guys-
That's fine. Nice work.
No one was going to say Ocean's 12?
No.
That's where
we're
my mind was.
Way
No.
off the rails.
Like
Let's keep going.
Crown affair.
So you start you can chop at it. Like the magic of your axe blade seems to be able to cut through this stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then I'll just
Okay.
go that way.
Since Zay can also sort of see them, although everybody can now.
In the light.
I'll try to lead through.
What school
Where?
of magic is your axe that allows us to see this?
Evocation.
Evocation?
Yeah.
Got some fire magic in there?
I was thinking about
Transmutation maybe.
using a wall of fire.
I draw my sun sword.
Oh,
Do anything?
That immediately like bathes the hallway in light. Yeah, and you all can see these threads very clearly with the sun sword. It's like a hilt with like just this blade of light coming out of it, almost like a lightsaber, but more like a fire.
okay.
Yeah.
So we just make our way carefully?
That sword's awesome,
Hacking
Luca.
through them. Yeah.
Toward that door.
You take one side, I'll take the other.
Chunk, chunk, chunk. And as you go,
Uh-oh. It goes smoothly. You find money.
No issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you notice on the ground there are bits of paraphernalia, like little pieces of mithril, a couple like arrowheads, some little like diadems, as well as like little bits of like treasure, like gear and tools strewn around the place, as if there was a battle here a long time ago. Like they were just kind of left behind in the rubble of this hallway. Do you stop to inspect, or do you just keep going through?
I feel sketchy. I feel like this is not a good spot to hang out in. So
If there was something awesome, Lark would stop.
It all looks really awesome to you, Lark. Like,
Look at all this awesome stuff,
in
you
fact,
guys.
you're pretty sure you see like a Jolly Gents like emblem on one of the amulets
I picked that one
on the
up.
ground. It's made of solid mithril.
Look at this mithril amulet. It's a Jolly Gents amulet
It says
insignia.
JG.
It's got JG on it.
Who's JG?
Jolly Gents.
Oh.
Oh.
I was like,
I put it on.
I always assumed it was a misspell, like a JJ.
you put it on
Oh.
your neck, wear it?
Yeah, I put it on immediately.
Okay.
It's like a little brooch. It's just kind of like you like can pin it onto your lapel.
Look at me. I try to stand and shine it in the light of the sun sword.
I'm just waiting for it to like suck his soul out or
It
something.
doesn't. It doesn't.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's going to explode.
I'm turning the glint so that it shines in Scoot's eyes.
Nope. And just past
Not helpful.
that mithril brooch, you see a pair of old boots, very old black boots, just kind of sitting there.
Check out those boots.
Meanwhile, the rest of you made it to the door, I assume. Testing
Yeah,
it.
if Zay weren't a cat, this would be a problem. But
Yeah.
it's able to like keep it.
You're the first one there, Zay.
Yeah.
And the door seems to be unlocked.
When you say old boots, that like old, like not.
Just like caked in dust and dirt. And like very like well worn, like
Do they look like
comfortable,
my size?
perfectly fit.
These these boots are perfectly my size. I'm gonna try them on quick.
Maybe you could bring them and put them on your feet later.
Roll intelligence, Lark.
All right.
oh, boy.
Is that a
That's a 6.
These are like the coolest boots you've ever seen. They're
These
so
boots
sneaky looking.
Are
And,
so awesome.
yeah.
I'm already taking one of my boots off.
Yep.
Zay flies over to her and starts flapping her wings in his face.
Don't Zay. I'm trying to put this boot
And you
on.
get the boot on. It's really comfy.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
It's the best boot you've ever worn, actually.
They're they're like wool or something. I don't know what's happening, but they're so comfortable. It's like wearing a sock, but it's a boot.
Do I get icky vibes from the boots?
Roll an insight.
I'm taking my other boot off. Oh dang!
Yeah. 26.
26. You can
I-
tell these boots are about 200 years old, and there's no icky vibes, just old vibes. Like old foot vibes. So in that sense, kind of icky. But nothing sinister.
Great. I pick up the one he hasn't put on yet and I shake it.
Spider comes out. Crawls away.
Zay
Cute
catches
spider?
it and
Yeah.
eats it.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice. It's crunchy.
Just catting over there.
Yeah.
All right. I
That's
get over my
role-playing.
suspicions and I hand him this.
I put
the
my
boot.
the other boot on.
You notice immediately that when you walk around with these boots, your feet make no sound.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Listen to how quiet these boots are.
Your
Still-
voice still makes full volume.
Louder, maybe.
Right. Yeah, it's like the counterpoint. Yeah.
I'm trying to stomp my feet. I'm trying to make sound with the boots.
Yeah.
No sound?
Nope, none at all.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'll get the specs later. I put my old boots in my bag.
You're
No,
not gonna-
I don't even. I leave my boots on the
You
ground.
have to leave them for 200 years.
Yep.
Yeah, good trade. Done. All right.
I'm
Deal.
putting sneaky boots on my inventory.
So we just owe them one spider and we're good to go.
So the door, were you still by the door, Scoot?
Yeah,
It's unlocked. You can just open it and there's a staircase ahead of you, like a switchback staircase going upwards
that's what I
and
like.
downwards.
Easy enough.
Is there any other loot? Just sneaky boots?
Some mithril arrowheads strewn around,
We don't have a archer.
as well as a weird quiver. You find if you make your way like all the way down the hall. If you're helping him out with the sun sword, it's doable. Yeah, like on the far end, there's a quiver leaning against the wall, caked in dust and spider webs.
Look at that weird quiver.
It kind of shimmers.
I don't know any archers.
I mean, I have a crossbow.
Oh,
It's not really the same. But
you need bolts.
Yeah.
We can put bolts in a quiver.
I suppose you could put bolts in a quiver.
I go poke the quiver.
It's a quiver.
Does
it
it qui-
hums
does it
slightly.
quiver?
It quivers.
I throw it on my shoulder and keep walking.
Sure.
I've been checking out this staircase, just kind of looking for more
Yeah.
strings or any
Yeah.
other
No,
new
the staircase
features.
seems relatively well maintained. Like it's not as caked in dust as the hallway is.
Are there
It's
any
not as dusty.
No.
Interesting.
footprints or anything like that?
No, because it's clean. So
Oh, it's clean.
Yep.
Okay.
So
We
okay,
need to go up. The 6th floor is where Rowan's office is.
that's right.
Yep.
So one more floor up.
Yeah.
you should lead the way.
Zay starts to scout ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you go up in one flight, I assume.
I follow the flying cat.
You hear no sound, and there's a door up ahead, a wooden door, not very ornate, pretty
And
humble.
that's the only way onto this next floor.
In this stairwell, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna creep closer to it and see what I can hear.
You hear silence from the other side. Actually, no, you hear maybe just a kind of a just a very low like air conditioner rumble. Yeah.
She hears an
It's a
air
little chilly.
conditioner
Trying to
rumble.
indicate
Oh!
that it's a little, it's a
yeah.
little chilly.
You're so good at it.
So at this point, Lark and Ilka rejoin Scoot and Zay by the door.
That one I knew.
Okay. You're all faced by a door, yet again, your arch nemesis.
Is there a doorknob?
Yep.
Lark turns it.
It clicks. It's locked.
The door's locked. Is there a keyhole?
Yep.
Lark takes out his thieves' tools.
Roll it.
About time.
24.
Yeah, no sweat. After about 30 seconds, you find your way in with your
Just
your picks and-
disintegrates.
Yeah, the door swings open. Ahead of you is some kind of a old-looking office, a study, and then like beyond that is sort of a like right angle to it is obviously like the throne room extending to the left. You can't quite see what all is in there yet, but you see like bits of gold and treasure kind of like tumbling out from the throne room area
Oh my.
beyond this office.
Now that the door's open, do we all hear the woo, 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 woo
yeah,
sound?
yep.
What is it?
So on one of the desks in this office is a little kind of a sconce, like a little holder, I guess you could say, like a cradle with an orb kind of floating in it, like an inch off of the cradle.
An orb that looks
Like a
familiar
ball.
to us or no?
No, like a 6-inch copper ball.
Copper.
Not like the
Dynamo possibility.
the dynamo
Yeah,
possibility.
that's
Nope.
what it made me
Okay.
think of
Nope,
too.
not that.
And certainly not like a soul stone.
Is it like
No.
turning or
It's
vibrating?
kind of maybe like spinning slightly, yeah, in the air.
Oh,
So you're all
I'd-
peeking through the threshold of the door, looking at all this. There's definitely like some diagrams and journals on this desk. It doesn't look too recently rustled with.
Zay is going to launch herself up into the air and go kind of hover over the desk to see what she can see.
Okay. You do see against the wall, there are a couple really fine-looking hats. Not as nice as Lark's hats, but these are clearly the hats of a certain Jolly Gent. Rowan Crooks's headwear is hung up on hooks here. But no sign of Rowan Crooks.
This is definitely Rowan's office. Those are his hats.
astute.
So what are y'all doing there? You fly in, and
I try on one of
Um,
his hats.
it's a little bit too big for you.
I'm gonna be looking at the desk, reading papers, trying to get any information.
Okay, roll investigation.
It seems like a lot of word stuff, so
Yep.
Scoot's probably just watching, just like standing guard, listening.
Okay,
Just-
Scoot, roll perception.
that's a bad idea.
15.
15 for investigation. Nat 1.
No,
No.
Oh, because he's
Oh,
lucky.
because you're lucky.
I'm lucky.
So lucky.
I'll use that again.
Much better.
12 with a 4, so 16.
Okay, so Ilka, on the desk, you find clearly like old schematics, like frayed golden paper. of these 3 obelisks with sort of conduits directing energy towards something within the heart of this island, like underground. There's some kind of, like, that's where it all heads to, is below the surface. There's not like a lot of writing as to like what it does. It's just kind of schematics, like directing soul energy towards some kind of an engine. Scoot. Yes. You feel like someone's watching you. You get really paranoid.
Okay.
And as you kind of sit still, you kind of feel like there's a shadowy presence sitting on the edge of the desk, like right where that orb is, just kind of regarding the 4 of you.
All right. I would probably call...
Zay, you kind of maybe get a hint of that too.
Yeah, I'd definitely start to, shift a little bit to the left. Is this just an optical illusion? It's just, because on sea, on the boat, you would see stuff like that. So
Sure. No, it's definitely there. There's definitely a person sitting on the edge of the desk, like a shadow of a person.
Zay's gonna pad over to that ball and kind of look at it, and then like knock at it with her ball.
Try to knock it off.
Try to knock it off.
And it kind of like sways a little and almost tips over, and you see the shadowy form kind of sway with it, and kind of puts their arms up, and you hear a very faint voice in your head saying, "Oh no!" That's it.
Scoot, are you dancing over there? That's weird.
You see something? I see something.
I see you doing a weird dance.
But look past what you see to what I see, which is, I'm not sure.
This is really deep, Scoot.
Yeah.
Well, look.
I'm looking. I just see you bopping around like a weirdo.
You hear a voice, Scoot, saying, "Wouldst thou stop bopping me?"
Yes, sir. I say out loud.
Sounds so familiar to say, but she's not making.
He asked me to stop.
Who asked you to stop?
I'm sorry. What shall I call you? And I addressed the corner of the desk.
I believe I am known full well as Antediluvian Jake.
Antediluvian Jake!
What?
Antediluvian Jake his shadow is sitting here.
Who are you?
I look at the shadow. Do I see it now?
As you start to focus, yeah, you can kind of catch glimpses of the shadowy form in the air around that orb.
Jake,
something coalescing.
We've talked before.
My memory is fading.
Do I see the thing too?
Eventually, yeah.
I definitely pull out the tablet.
They're brainwashing you.
We're here, Jake. We've got your tablet.
Did Frosty just get his hat? What was that?
I mean, I don't.
Happy birthday, Matlark Wave Silver.
Do
it's
I hear
all
it now?
coming back to me now.
Do I hear him now, or I just see the shadow?
Yes, you all hear this voice.
I hear Celine Dion.
He says, "What? I was smote by Friar Truck. He hits like a 16-wheel vehicle." What's happening? I'm but a shade of myself.
How can we help? We don't know what to do. We're trying to help.
This ore must be my phylactery.
What is a phylactery?
It's where my soul is stored.
So if we break the phylactery, does your soul come out, or does it go away?
It would move on to the next life.
Oh, that sounds
bad.
bad.
What you want?
I like living in whatever state.
Where's your body, Jake?
It's gone now, I assume.
It's just you in this.
I'm reforming. That's what happens when we're destroyed.
Oh, right. We heard about this.
Crooks destroys us and rebuilds our bodies to help keep his influence over us. It makes us forget who we were.
Are there lots of phylacteries or just this one?
Many more, but usually they must be stored somewhere else.
Okay, we need to defeat Manchun. How can we do it?
Well, I don't know. But this seems to be the throne room of the keep. I know that your old gear was stored here.
That's what we heard that. We didn't realize. So there's a vault in this room?
Yes, and I've been watching these diagrams for some time as I slowly form, and I can tell you that on that map there, it shows a staircase just behind the throne that leads downwards.
Excellent.
I rolled really high on my investigation roll. I took 20, as it were. It's a 3rd edition mechanic. Anyway.
Have you been looking at the diagrams?
Yeah.
You see it too, as he points it out.
Yeah.
There's
down behind the throne. There's a staircase,
Mm-hmm.
just like he said.
Mm-hmm.
I look where Ilka's pointing. Do I see the staircase?
Sure. It doesn't really make sense to you, though.
This doesn't make sense to me.
Once Zay hears that their stuff is in the other room, because she had kind of thought that might be the case,
Yeah.
she peeks her head around the corner to see if there's any people in the in the room where all the treasures?
No people, just an old kind of golden stone throne. It's about 30 feet back. The room's like 20 by 40, and on the floor are all kinds of coins and armor, and there are a variety of chandeliers hanging overhead, like one big one and several smaller ones with chains kind of coming down the walls. There are many, many different chains along the walls of this room. And lots of just like gold and pieces of armor and weaponry strewn about the room too. It's all kind of just thrown in there, some bags. In the back of the room, you see kind of there's like a pile of stuff, and you see a couple familiar looking things sticking out of one of the bags, like Lark's old hat, his old red hat, and a sickle sticking out of one end.
Your windy sickle.
Kind of like right behind the throne. Yep, it's all there. It's all sitting there.
This is exactly how I want our artifact closet at Troll Skull Manor to look like.
Yeah.
And just all of our loot
Just
piled up.
everything. Yeah,
Sure.
right now it's a broom closet, but this is my final diagram of it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Jake, when Crooks makes you a new body and sticks you back in it, will you remember any of this? Or is it all back to zero?
Well, if I have my tablet, I'm sure it'll come back to me pretty quickly.
Can I hand it to him?
No, he's not corporeal.
Where can we hide it so that you could find it again?
You could take me with you.
We can
Then we'd
take
be
the
together.
orb,
Yes.
but then Crooks will know it's gone.
Yes.
We got to do it.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
already here taking the rest of your things, right?
True.
That's a good point.
All right, do we take
Antediluvian Jake.
just the copper ball or the little sconcy thing as well?
You only need the ball.
Take the ball. I snatch it. Is it warm or cold?
Very well. It's cold.
I hold it in my hands.
Mhm.
So
Chilly.
when Ilka carries the orb around, does his shade follow, or how does that work?
Yeah, like he can kind of keep it hidden. You can hear his voice still, but he disappears into the ball, like a Pokemon of sorts.
Nice.
I caught him, guys.
I choose you, Antediluvian Jake.
You don't need to say it that way, but
Okay.
I choose you too, Lark, as
thanks.
a friend.
If you if you have hints for us as we go through this, I think we might need them. So just
Sure.
whisper out.
Okay.
Yes.
What is Is this like an orange? Is this like a marble? How big is this copper ball?
It's about 6 inches made of copper.
That's a big
solid.
one.
It's heavy.
I cannot fashion
Like a
that
bocce
into
ball.
a believable pendant.
No.
'Kay.
I could transport him with a rock.
So you all are leaving?
We are going to get our gear from behind the throne,
Okay.
Well, our gear is
next to the throne. Adjacent.
nearby.
I
And then our exit is by the throne.
I haven't
Right.
seen the gear. Who
Right.
saw the gear? Was that Zay?
Zay saw it first.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, Zay? You have the first
I'm
dibs.
going to keep an eye on those chains, and I'm going to fly like a few feet into the room.
Okay. And as you fly a few feet in, nothing happens.
I'm going to continue to fly, keeping an eye on those chains.
Okay.
And if I see them move, I'm going to try to dart back out of the room.
No, you're good.
Okay, I fly all the way over to our stuff.
Yep.
I land on it.
Okay.
Where you going, Zay?
What are the rest
cat?
of you doing while this happens?
I was watching Zay.
Like from the edge, or what do you like?
Yeah, as I see that nothing happens because she's being pretty stealthy, I would step into the room as well.
I'm going to pop up with Lark's hat on my head.
Oh.
And you all see it. It's really cute. At the same time, on the floor, everything that all the treasure and weaponry and armor starts to sort of rustle and animate, and then explode upwards as these different plates of armor go chung 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 around this slowly coalescing orb of bright pale blue light. As at the same time, the chains that are on the sides of the walls kind of start to wrap around this armor and cage this blue light in the middle of it as this guardian starts to form. Chains start to link up behind you, behind the door that you came in through, sort of cutting off your way out. As this sort of humanoid shape starts to form in the middle of the throne room. And then this sort of 10-foot long great mace zhooks into its hand. And this sort of soul armor being just kind of bellows at all of you with this unearthly howl. Roll for initiative, please.
Oh, not again.
Come on.
Did Scoot and Lark make it into the room before that happened?
Oh, I had
You're on
made
the
my
edge.
way in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd started to creep
This
in.
is just like in Colat Towers, man.
Okay, that's
You're
a
the
1,
worst luck.
but I have advantage. That's not a lot more.
What do you got?
I rolled a 22.
Ilka rolled 7.
11 for Lark.
Okay. 7-11.
9
Jeez, you guys. And Zay? 20?
20. Can I,
plus more.
as soon as I see that start to happen, can I transform back into a halfling?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Zay, you're going to go first as you see this thing start to appear in front of you.
I'm going to step forward and cast Thunder Wave since I'm on the opposite side of the room of all of my friends.
Okay.
A wave
As a kitty? As a flying kitty?
Nope. I transformed as soon as I
So
saw
I missed that.
because I was
Sorry.
keeping an eye out.
Nice.
So as soon as I saw that there was action.
I love that the kitty would have done it though, but that would have been awesome.
Right? It happens simultaneously. Like it's like the Thunder's Force comes out of me and I transform back into Zay as it flushes over the room.
Adorable.
Thank you. Yeah. So they're gonna make a con saving throw against 18.
They get a nat 20, so they succeed.
Oh.
Okay, so he gets half damage,
Which is?
2d8.
Ooh.
So 8 plus 8, 16. So 8.
Dang.
Very nice.
Which is probably what I would have done anyway. He is pushed. He did not fail it. He succeeded.
Yeah. So this blast of thunder emanates from your magic as you march into the center of the room, right next to this thing, like right up close to it.
No.
10 feet away?
15 feet away.
Okay, so it's not staggered at all. It just totally takes the blast. But all the other crap that was in the room, like all the gold and paraphernalia that wasn't attached to this beast, gets blown away. And you can see that, like, kind of coming up its back, 10 of these chains around the room have the same sort of, like, pale blue energy of the soul chains from the obelisks outside. They're, like, smaller versions of that. And they're all kind of hooked up to its back, like, feeding this glowing blue energy in the middle of this thing. So it's kind of attached to these tethers as it kind of clinks and stomps around the room. Takes us to the monster, which is going to sort of create a whirlwind of chains around the room, just whipping away at anybody nearby. The closest would be Zay, and then Ilka, and then maybe Lark.
Sure.
Scoot, you were kind of hanging back a little.
I think I was the last one in the room.
Yeah. I'm going to roll it.
And I have the most hit points, so I should take the least damage.
We want the tank to be as far away from the melee as possible.
I'm here to res everybody.
Great.
It gets a 19 and a 20, so I think it hits you guys.
Fine.
You're each going to take 14 damage, the three of you.
But I see it, so I'm because of
Me
my whatever rakish audacity or whatever it is. No, it is the uncanny dodge.
Yeah, you can
only going to take 7.
couch the blow. And then it's going to turn around towards you, Zay, and just come swinging with its great mace at you twice.
Don't let it hit you.
I'm very small.
It gets a 14 and a 20.
14 tie goes to me?
No, it goes to it.
Yeah, sure.
So it's going to hit you for 18 bludgeoning damage, and the energy of this soul magic also sucks some of the life out of you. You feel chillier, and you take 10 necrotic damage as the life sucks away.
No.
So you take 28 damage twice, so 56 damage.
No.
You did that on purpose.
What?
That's exactly all of my health.
Oh my god.
Zay falls to the floor.
Say no.
Well, this got serious.
Yeah.
Real fast. Real fast.
Next would be Lark, I believe.
You know, the last time we battled one of these made out of armor monsters,
It's more chain than armor, honestly.
Okay,
The chains
well,
are kind of
but
holding
it's
it
the same
together.
problem because all my damage is piercing, and it doesn't help. So that's all I can do, and so that's what I'm going to do.
Your weaponry is on the other side of the room.
Yeah, but
the
it's
magic
still,
one.
well, I'm running over there to get it for
Yep.
sure.
Sure.
It still is all piercing damage, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get my Ouroboros rapier and my Crook's dagger.
Yep.
Do I find them?
Yeah, with your cunning action, if you're using your bonus action to
I'm going to
dash,
using my
you make
bonus
it across.
action to
Yep.
dash.
Yep. You make it across the room, dive into the bags, and you find them pretty quickly.
Great.
Yep.
So then I can't use my offhand attack for my bonus action. That's fine. I'll just attack with my Ouroboros dagger.
Okay, you charge in, like standing over Zay, kind of. From the
Yes,
far side of the room.
definitely
Yeah.
over Zay.
Okay.
So that is 20, dirty 20.
Hits.
And just with the dagger, it's going to be 7. Do I get sneak? If she's unconscious, do I still get sneak if it's within
No.
5 feet? Okay,
Nope.
so then I only have 7 points of damage.
That's enough, though, as you chop away at its back. Well, I said its face because it just took out Zay. You kind of get under its mace.
I'm definitely going for that cable because
Yeah, and you slice one of the cables, and it's relatively breakable, and you chop one of them off, and it kind of like spirals away as the soul energy kind of shoots out like a fire hose. The thing kind of lurches and staggers as if like one of its like puppet cords was cut.
I get the cords. I yell, and then I never mind. I used my bonus action already. Never mind. I'm right here.
Nice. Takes us to Scoot.
Uh-huh.
What do you got, Scoot?
Rage, yes. If I'm within 60 feet of that thing, it's getting hurt.
You just saw Zay get clobbered, too.
Yeah,
so, I
I'm
mean,
upset. I was having a fun little adventure. We went down a hallway. I was feeling good about myself.
Flying ladder.
I had my emotional support rock. Everything was good. And then it got real. And so I am just sprinting up. I'm trying to take the opposite side of Lark, but the same plan.
Nice.
So I want to take my giant two-handed flaming axe and swipe down his back, going for as many of those cables as possible.
Make an attack roll.
I would love to. Do I have advantage on this? He's right there.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yep, because you're on
I'm in
opposite
his
sides.
face.
Crit.
There you go. Roll it.
Oh, no.
What?
We're going to be here a while.
So you're half orc, so you got to roll an extra die.
Oh, boy. Okay, so...
This is the math part of the night, everyone,
yeah,
so buckle up.
Sorry, everybody. This is we told you to get drinks.
High stakes dice rolling.
So it's 2d6 plus 7 slashing damage.
Uh-huh.
So that's 11 plus 7. So we'll start with 18.
You're on fire over there, dude.
Now, I'm going to keep doing my slashing damage because I got to do that 2 more times.
Do it.
9, so 15. 9 plus 16. 9 plus 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And 9 plus 7.
Wow.
16 again.
Wow.
That was all magical slashing damage.
Yep, so that's 50 damage with 3 attacks, or with just the 1 crit.
That was that was my first attack.
Okay. Great.
I got triple crit going on right now because of the crit plus being a half orc. So now I do the fire damage.
Wait, are you adding your strength 3 times too? You're not supposed to do that.
Okay.
It's just the weapon damage.
Okay, yeah. Take off 14.
Okay. So 36.
36.
And then this is 11
What
plus
the heck?
5, so 16 plus 4,
Wait,
20 fire damage. And I can attack again?
Yep.
Is there anything left?
Oh, yes.
How many of those cables
I
got
hit him
severed?
for 8, so
Yeah, I got 7, so I feel like it's about even.
How many
as
of
far as-
You chop through 2 of them. Easily, like
I
butter.
got the easy one, apparently.
14 plus 8 to hit, so 22.
Yes, hits.
All right, this will just be way quicker this time. So, 14 slashing.
Okay.
And 10 fire.
Nice. 24 damage.
Nice.
For
I-
80 total.
The thing doesn't seem like hurt at all, but when you chop through those cables, you get through 3 of them total.
Felt like more
So
damage.
2 and 1.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. It like arches its back and kind of starts to like turn around towards you, lumbering over you. It's about 15 feet tall. It's like scraping the ceiling.
I'm smiling. I have got the biggest shit-eating grin on my face right now. I'm so happy with myself.
Is that your whole turn?
You want me to do more?
I'm good. Ilka.
Cool. What a jerk. I don't like this guy.
The big old meanie.
Yeah, he is. But I am, now that he's turned and facing Scoot, his back is to me.
No, you'd be facing you as well because you were standing like at the threshold.
In
You
the
hadn't made
doorway?
it to the other side like Zay had. Yeah. Like it turned around to face Scoot and you
All right.
from the direction you came from.
Well, then I won't run up on it, but I will chill touch it because I think that'll work really well.
is that
What's
new?
chill touch?
Chill touch. I create ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. So I project out of myself a hand of death and I wrap it around its wretched heart.
Excellent.
Neat.
Yeah.
What does it do?
Creepy.
I assail it with the chill of the grave. It needs this is a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
So I think I just rolled that.
That's a crit fail for listeners at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that you kind of your deathly hand goes into the soul energy in the middle of it, and you squeeze, and it just kind of burns brighter. Like it seems like bursting out of the seams of the armor now. Like the cold necrotic energy just kind of fed it.
You're making it stronger, Ilka. What are you doing?
It's fair. It's fair. Did you see my turn?
And actually, as that happens, it's gonna one of the broken chains is gonna like magically animate, grab onto the stone throne on the far side of the room, and lob it over Larkin Scoot's head at you, Ilka. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Better than one. Better than one.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll out of the way as this stone throne crashes into the desks and office behind you.
Absolutely.
It's
I do.
loud.
Yep. It's an Arabian dive roll.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you end up kind of closer to Scoot.
Oh, I'll work with that.
You do any bonus action?
Absolutely. I want Scoot to be inspired.
Okay.
Yeah, and based on this guy, we're doing some zombies today.
Dun-dun-dun. Okay, great. So you whip out your concertina after the dodge roll and just start playing.
Just a little bit.
Makes sense.
Look how cool
As a bard
she
does.
As long as it's
So
not
awesome.
the trumpet.
Yeah, don't play the
And
trumpet.
call for aid.
Takes us back to Zay. Make a death saving throw, Zay.
Oh.
No.
That's this, right? Just
Yeah.
Yep.
20.
Oh,
18.
yeah.
One success. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Not dead yet.
We can dance and we can sing.
At that, the bursting fire within this thing's chest starts to cause this like the air starts to ripple as if there's a mirage in the air, and like everything kind of gets a little wavy and blurry as this energy, just like the obelisks outside, starts to like suck everything in the room inwards, causing this sort of vortex in the air that's almost knocking you all off of your feet. And you feel like you might have disadvantage on spell casting and attacks made when you're within 20 feet of it,
Ooh.
as you're all kind of like knocked around by this buffeting soul wind.
Man.
Then it turns towards Scoot and starts swinging at you with its great mace.
Fine.
A 20 and a 22.
One of those hits.
No sweat.
Whatever.
Only one? So you take 36 bludgeoning damage and 20 necrotic damage,
So
Ow.
that's 56.
Ouch.
but you half the bludgeoning damage?
Yeah, so
right?
it's 28.
Right.
Disadvantage on.
All of it.
38 total. So it'd be 18 plus 10 plus 10. The necrotic damage is not halved, right? Or is it? No, it
It
is
is.
because you're yeah. Nice. Nice, Scoot.
I turned him all the way around on that.
Yeah,
You
that
see
was
that?
quick.
He was
He gave
like
me a look. And it was like,
he was like 2 characters down, and I'm like, not yet, but yeah.
but it also, you can see that as it smacks you with the great mace, like it absorbs some of your energy as it leeches that energy away from you. The fire continues to burn brighter within it,
I don't like that.
which takes us to Lark.
The disadvantage was on spell attacks and what?
Attacks.
Any melee
Spell
weapon.
attacks,
Any.
money
Oh,
attacks. Yep.
so attacks. Okay.
Yep.
Are we disadvantaged spell attacks only within that 20-foot range?
Yeah, if you're close to it. Yep.
Sort of assessing like all of the stuff whirling around and how amazing Scoot's last attack was. Instead of attacking this turn, I am going to stabilize Zay.
Do you have a health potion or something?
I do have a health potion.
Pour it.
Yep, I'm going to
in.
pour the health potion into Zay's mouth.
Okay. 2d4 plus 4 healing. Roll it.
It's red. It tastes red.
That's a 4
And another 4.
and a 1, so 5, so 9.
So 9 health. Say,
Lark, my hero.
march back up.
Again.
So that's your action. Do you have a bonus action?
Yes. Nope. I'm going to stay right here.
Hunker
I'll
down?
sort of shield Zay.
So you're still flanking it with Scoot.
Yep.
Which takes us to Scoot.
I think I got to do what I did again.
Okay.
Um,
Swinging for the cables, the chains.
Yeah, it seemed like that did some work.
All right.
I took some damage, but I did more damage. Let's see if I can get lucky again.
Yep.
All right. I would like to try to again position myself to where I could at least nullify the disadvantage if Lark is still.
It's just
in
a
the
neutral roll. Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
it cancels. So
Yep.
just a regular
So,
attack.
okay.
Yep. Nice.
19 plus, stuff. So we've got, I'll just do the second attack right now. 6 plus 8.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Clanks
What?
against the armor.
1 hit. That's 6 plus 7, 13 slashing damage, and 4 fire damage.
Excellent. You slice one more of the cables. Half the cables are disconnected from its back.
How many cables remind us?
5 are left. There were 10.
Sheesh.
So it's kind of staggering over to one side, but it's still, it's not losing any of its balance or tenacity. It's just kind of crooked.
Now, with the last of my movement, I would like to reposition myself between the monster and Zay.
Okay, so you kind of circle around it to stand next to Lark.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, whatever, if I can draw attacks that way, so.
Ilka, what do you want?
So we're all kind of together now in a group.
Ilka's on the other side still,
Ah.
kind of far away.
I thought she came around to Scoot. Oh, because Scoot just moved.
So I am behind it.
Yep.
But within 20 feet, I can't strike it.
You have disadvantage if you're close to it, but you're out of that range right now. You're on the edge of the room still.
And if I'm in front and she's behind, then that nullifies it again. So she'd have a neutral roll, right?
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to attack it with my sun sword.
Oh,
but
sure.
then I'd be running into the cone of 20 foot.
Right, so it cancels out, so you just roll a regular attack. Yep.
It is a deadish thing, and I have a good feeling that the sun sword is going to be effective.
Come on, Ilka.
Can I roll? Can I roll this?
Do
Roll
it.
it.
Do it.
13.
13 does not hit. It clanks against it. You sense that the cold fire of the soul thing inside does kind of lick away from the sun sword. Like it doesn't like that light energy at all. But the armor blocks it from getting too far in, so it doesn't take damage.
Then I will bonus Zay's up.
Yep.
With 9.
Yep.
And I will healing word at Zay.
For how much? And Zay, you're next.
9.
Excellent. So you're up to 18 health. Zay, what you got?
Okay. Using a scroll of daylight, is that an action?
Yep.
I am going to cast. I'm going to scramble backwards till it feels like I have the influence. I'm going to like push myself across the floor backwards until feels like the influence has.
It's going to take a swing at you if you do that. Attack of opportunity. You got
Yeah,
range.
I'm behind everybody.
I move in front.
That's
between
how-
I'm standing over her.
It's still going to. It's going to
All
try
right.
to swing down. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I stay where I am and cast Moonbeam.
Okay. That works too.
Okay.
So it makes a con saving
Con
throw?
saving throw.
All right. It rolls very poorly.
Against 18.
It's a 12, yeah.
Okay. All right. So then 2d10 radiant damage.
Roll it.
Ooh.
Nice.
14?
Yeah, 14, thank you. And then it reverts to original form if it has one.
Which is a pile of junk on the floor.
That's right.
A couple of the metal plates fall off, and you get the sense that more of what this thing is like the energy coursing out of these
energy,
chains
yeah.
and the glowing thing in the center. That's kind of like pulling all these weapons and armor plates to it. And that's what's really the threat here.
Yeah.
It kind of gets outlined in the moonbeam coming out of the ceiling as the whole room starts to kind of crackle with magical energy even more than it already was. So you just stay put beyond that?
I'm going to rub on some balm of the summer court and heal myself.
This is an
For
in-joke. Listeners,
8, 10.
balm of the summer court has become an actual balm that you rub on yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Which is
Bronzer.
not what I intended,
some
but
Aquaphor.
is how some we
Nice.
since interpreted it.
10 health?
Coconut lotion.
Plus 10, yeah.
All right. The
coconut.
Is he going to hit me for exactly 28?
Probably. The creature in the center, as the moonbeam scorches it and pieces of armor are falling off, clanking on the ground, the whole thing, like from the waist back, its whole upper torso just cracks backwards, like unnaturally, to like expose this soul thing just floating in the air above it. So like torso is hanging upside down, legs are still standing up.
Soul thing like
This like burning energy that was in its like heart before, within like the rib cage before, is now just kind of exposed in the air. And it starts to kind of like flare up even more and more as it like fights back against this moonfire, and it explodes outwards with this blast of necrotic energy, as it's like giving you everything it's got, trying to like get you out of here, trying to erase you. So everyone makes dexterity saving throws to try and not get blasted super hard.
15 for Zay.
9, Ilka.
22 for Lark.
19 for Scoot.
Oh, dang.
Okay. 9?
9.
13?
15.
15. Ilka and Zay, you both take the full brunt of the attack.
Oh, no!
Which is 35 necrotic damage. Scoot and Lark, you take 18 damage, half damage? Or none for you because you're a rogue, right?
Yeah.
So-
And I have that Displacer Beast cloak,
oh, yeah.
which knocks it down to 9.
Nice.
And I'm raging.
I think we're just going to say 9. We'll have it twice. And you notice that after that blast, this central core in the middle seems to be like much more exposed and kind of like reabsorbing energy back into it, like it's trying to recover. It seems like it might be more vulnerable now than it was.
In a corporeal way? Like a way that would maybe be...
unclear.
Oh, man.
But the moonfire goes away after that blast as well, since it is knocked back.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Which takes us to Lark.
I guess I will take a turn and try to attack the core and
Okay.
see if that makes any difference.
Sure.
How do swords and daggers do against souls? We're going to find out. So it's a really bad roll. I have 12.
12 does not hit.
Let me and my
Flickers out of the way.
offhand is a 24.
Hits.
Okay.
Kill this thing, please.
I'm trying. I mean, it's just a dagger, so
What? Daggers can kill?
I know.
I'm almost sure of it.
So that's 2, 8 points is all.
Yeah, and it feels tangible as you stab into it. Like there's resistance and you're cutting through it, and pieces of this soul energy kind of flail away. It seems like you're doing double damage to it as you stab into it. Like
Oh.
It's so much more effective. It's
Hit
very
the-
vulnerable and volatile right now.
Hit this thing! I yell.
Okay. Scoot.
Okay.
What are you going to do, Scoot?
Are we still in the cone of disadvantage?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So
I didn't roll disadvantage. Did you need me to?
That's all right. Keep going.
Okay.
That's why I waited. So,
Thanks, buddy.
can I
Tactical.
make it so that I neutralize that, but just scooting around to the other side a little bit? Well, I still have a shot at thing. Or
Yeah, you can stay within range and go around. Yep.
Thank you. All right.
Circling it,
So-
getting the angle.
9 plus 8, so 17.
Hits.
Okay, and then the other attack roll is a lot.
2 hits.
Nice.
So 2d6 plus 7. So that's 17 slashing damage for the
Okay.
first attack. And 5 fire damage.
Doubled. It's 34 and 10.
Okay. And attack 2 is 4 plus 4 plus 7.
Okay.
So 11 and 7, so another 7 fire damage, which would be 14.
Yeah, I mean, that's more than enough. So how do you want to obliterate this thing? Like, the chains are still in place, but you're just laying waste to it with your magical axe.
Swiftly and angrily. I want one clean shot down the middle, like I
Yeah.
knew that's how it was going to happen. I want the thing to fall in 2 halves. I want to turn around before the things hit the ground.
Okay. And you do, and you turn around, and the rest of you that are conscious see
I scream
This-
too. Ah, stop!
the cables of soul energy kind of like retract towards like the direction like behind the throne as this big vortex of energy in the middle immediately evaporates in the air, and the room gets quieter as everything kind of settles down on the ground. You've slain it or
Scoot,
destroyed
that was
it.
so cool the way that you were just kind of walking in slow motion away from it while it fell apart. That
Say
was
make it F
amazing.
save.
And then I set the axe down and I go to tending my friends.
Okay.
Zay snores a little.
Oh, she's so adorable.
Aw.
She snores.
Is anybody going to heal her?
Yeah.
She's pretty beat up looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Face
aura
is like one big bruise
vitality on.
on everyone.
Yeah,
It hits everyone. Yeah.
'cause
Okay. So
we're a little crunchy.
you've just made a lot of noise. These soul chains are retreating towards behind the throne some more. All your stuff is back there. Zay, you wake up again as this aura of vitality starts to leach into your bones and warm you up again.
How does this work? How much do I get?
You get back a lot.
I'll roll it, but it's
Don't worry about rolling it. We'll just say, like, if you're there for a minute, you get back all of your health.
Oh my
It's like
goodness.
2d6 per round or something over like 10 minutes. I don't remember, but it's a lot.
I feel so much better. Thanks, Ilka.
Yeah.
Great.
We'll abstract it for now to save time.
Okay.
Save my good berries for another day.
Yeah.
Not really, because they only last 20
We'll deal with the math on Discord after
Amazing.
the episode.
Yay.
Nice.
So, what do you all do?
We should go.
Where to?
I
Behind
dig
the
through
throne.
and grab my stuff.
Oh, yeah. All your stuff is in there. And your old bag of holding, too.
The briefest of look because of the commotion. Did the loot monster leave anything? Is the 10-foot mace still there?
Yes, it is.
Is it possible to snap it in half so that it's wieldable by a medium-sized creature?
Roll strength.
I'll just do one shot at this and then we're going.
Yep.
7 plus 7, 14.
It'll take some work, Scoot.
All right,
Take some work.
let's go.
Okay. You can see the outline of this door behind the throne, like as the last of the chains kind of disappear into little holes around this obvious secret door.
I think I found a secret door.
And you start to hear the sound of a commotion outside of the room too, as different Jolly Gents approach down the hallway.
Hey,
Can we
should
lock
go.
the door?
Let's find out.
Yeah, you can quick. Yep.
We're gonna lock the door and barricade it with a bunch of junk quickly.
All right, they're in there. Get help. Get Crooks. Where is he?
How
You
big
hear
is
from
this
outside.
room?
No one's in here.
Like 20 by 40.
I know what's in here. I say,
He
Lord,
sounded honest.
Zay heads towards the trapdoor behind the
And
throne.
you swing it open, and there's a spiral staircase extending downwards into the darkness ahead of you. A narrow spiral staircase.
Come on, Scoot, you
I-
can do this.
I know. Let's go.
And down you go. And that's where we'll pick up the next time on Twin Portals. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Twin Portals is produced and edited by Scott Hebert. The adventure is created by our Dungeon Master Matthias Valero, and the rest of the Silver Waves of Justice are played by Kendra Carlson, Beth Brophy, and Justin Peck. Thank you to everyone who came out to this live show. We had a fantastic time, and we were thrilled to see so many new faces. We're going to do a couple in the studio, but we will be back on stage on Saturday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. at the Teatro, so go ahead and mark up that 2024 calendar now. Scott Hebert is a fiscal year 2023 recipient of a Creative Support for Individuals grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board. This activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Thank you to Leland Campana for use of his song Avernum as our theme song. Thank you to Master Technomancer John Brophy for all of his expertise. Thank you to the Teatro Saccone Mary Fox and Joe DeChiava for their support. And thank you all so much for listening to Twin Portals. Have a great new year. We'll see you in March.